And good afternoon. Welcome to That's Entertainment. This is Jersey Talk Radio. I'm Bruce Pearson with you with Richard Gerstner, the Richard G, and also Jeff Wilk Johnson. So here we go on another episode of That's Entertainment. And we've got our co-host showing up, which is nice of her to do. A little late. Thank you very much for attending. It's all good.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Anyway, we'll let her get situated here. Richard, how you doing this afternoon?
Oh, I'm still on this side of the green, so I guess I'm okay.
That's right. You're still looking down at the grass.
That's right.
Nice.
And we have Jeff Johnson with us today. He's joining the staff over here at the network,
Hello.
and we appreciate that.
Thank you.
So we understood you were having a guest. You
Oh.
emailed him and said you had a guest coming?
But I didn't know.
Oh,
We didn't
Oh.
clarify that or any
Okay.
clarification.
Get in the mic. We'll wait until you're ready, and then we'll start the show
I'm
here.
ready.
Get the mic up there.
Oh.
We can't hear you. It is helpful since this is not
Hello.
radio.
Actually-
this is not television
actually,
for
she
the
could
deaf.
stand outside and we'd hear her.
Okay, Tracy's here, so we can now start, and everything's good. So, here we go for another fun-packed episode of
That's
That's
entertainment.
Question mark.
Right. Question
Dot,
mark
dot,
in the
dot.
mysterious.
I brought some snacks.
Ellipsis points. Ooh, wasabi peas.
They're good. You like those?
No,
No idea.
she got them from the bar. I know where she got them from.
Where?
From the bar.
What bar?
The bar you work at.
No, I didn't.
That's
I got them at Walmart. I get them all the time. You like
Do you
spicy
really?
stuff?
Nah.
Oh, these are
I
delicious.
got burned out on it when I was in New Mexico.
Wasabi peas?
Oh, my
You're
God. No,
Asian.
wasabi. No, I got burned out on You said you like
Oh
spicy stuff, and I said, no, I got burned out on it when I was
These
in New
are good.
Mexico. Oh, I know. That'll light you up.
No pun intended, or every pun intended.
Every pun intended.
As you
There
get
go.
older, like
Hey,
myself,
that's not funny. That's not funny.
you're
See,
supposed
the
to eat
first time
spicier
back, and
things.
she's busting my chops.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I can see bad breath
I
coming
like
from
the
these.
beard. What are you talking about?
Nothing. You're entitled to like them. Everything's you.
I
look,
like
you
the
asked
beard.
me if I like them.
Bruce has a beard.
Well, it's not really a beard, but it's starting.
I see some red in the mustache. Are you a ginger?
No, it's just that everything else is white. It's actually blonde.
Yeah, I am.
You are, yeah.
I have
Yeah,
I
you
have
are.
ginger beard syndrome.
Do you really?
I was
I
watching.
haven't had ginger beer in years.
I was watching a Law and Order episode, and it was one of the criminals. It was like I don't know, it was a father-son thing. It said it's a very rare genetic thing to have a red beard and black hair. For a point of interest, or not. What are you doing? What's going on, Bruce?
Just trying to find out what that digital noise
I
was.
do hear
it
that
was a
now.
cell phone.
It's not mine.
I hear that little, yeah.
No, it's probably mine.
Drives me crazy. Anyway, so what's been going on for everybody this week? Look at the junk food you bought.
Well, I thought we should have a
You
snack.
are wonderful.
Yeah.
I haven't had lunch, so.
Oh, see, I should have was going to buy. You know,
No, you don't have to do that. Don't spoil me.
we should order something and see how long it takes. Let's pick a local restaurant and order something.
That wouldn't be a bad
All right,
idea.
let's find something. What should we get?
I'm going to put a little special effects on my voice.
Excellent. Love special effects. Special effects are good. All right, I'm going to look up a restaurant. Do you live around here?
Yes.
He
And-
does.
Okay, what kind of food do you like to eat?
Oh, I'll eat anything. I'll try anything twice.
Okay. What's your
That's
favorite restaurant
bad
around
news.
here that
That's
delivers?
bad
We've
vibe,
gotten
man.
pizza down the road. We timed them.
Yeah, they were pretty good, actually.
Yeah. And they
That
sent us a little something extra.
delivers, what do
Richard,
Chick-fil-A
Chime
just
right in
opened
here.
recently.
do they deliver though?
No.
Yeah. I haven't tried them.
is
yet.
there any restaurant that delivers bourbon?
No, you know,
Richard, take that one.
you know who delivers the place that took over where you work.
Oh. Oh, okay. What's the name of that place?
I think they're calling it
Fresco?
Alfredo's now, or Alfresco.
One of the Al's.
They deliver.
Algonquin,
I know
or
Okay,
that.
I'm going to tell
Alfresco,
Stephanie.
Al Jazeera.
Stephanie's the owner there.
No relation to the news
No,
network?
no, of course not.
I'm going to call her.
Aloysius,
We're going to get her on the phone here. She owns Alfresco.
altruistic. I used to have a cat named Al, and I had all kinds of names for him.
Hold on a second. This is going to be great. Here we go. We're going to call her. She's the owner of Alfresco, I think it's called. Can we hear this? I'm really stupid.
You,
with
no,
phones.
you listen. All right, here. Plug it in. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Is it on?
Yeah. Leave your speaker on.
Speaker on.
No, that's right.
It's not ringing.
No, it isn't. There it is.
There it
There.
is.
No, it's here. Turn it on.
Let's hear if she goes.
Your speaker has to be off in order
Oh.
for a headset to work. But
I don't think they're there.
I'm not getting any. I'm not getting any ringing in the headset. Should I?
No.
Not hearing it. We should be.
No, went to voicemail.
Go ahead.
Okay, it's at voicemail.
Try it again.
Well, it went to voicemail, so then we call.
Little on the set experimentation.
Well,
No, it isn't. It's
We're gonna
Nothing-
call the owner of Alfresco, Stephanie.
nothing
Stephanie's her
like-
name.
like
She
it.
also owns Soul in Branchburg, and she's a great person.
nothing like
here she goes.
excitement.
Yes,
Can
the
we hear it?
excitement is.
Yeah, the excitement is just.
I'm totally
This
underwhelmed.
is
Oh,
incredibly exciting.
my God, I don't know how people.
You're
out
supposed to
there-
say awesome.
I don't hear ringing.
I don't either.
Do you like them? The Wasabi Pea?
Definitely should be there. Go ahead and put on speaker to make sure we're not missing
There is some ringing, but very faint.
No, in the middle of the ring again.
Okay.
Ah, see.
All right, I'm going to call an order there. She might not have a phone. I'm going to Google them.
Well,
get the
ladies and
number.
gentlemen, they didn't
while you
answer the
guys are
first call,
talking.
so now it's 5 down and 50 to go.
This is
Alfresco,
exciting
right?
radio. Exciting
I
radio
saw a movie.
TV.
I saw a movie. I never watch
What
movies. We're
movie?
supposed to be watching movies. I never watch movies.
What movie?
Lucy
Oh,
Lutzi, Lutzi, Lutzi.
with beautiful Scarlett Johansson.
No.
Stupidest movie ever. Did you see it?
No.
She's like.
I saw a great movie.
you got to
What'd
talk
you
into
say?
the mic so people.
Yeah,
can
would you
hear
please talk into the
Is
mic?
that how it's done?
Yes.
Jesus. I saw Submarine Base, a black and white movie from 1942.
Mm.
I was completely underwhelmed.
All right, here we go. Yeah, all right, I'm going to call Alfresco.
Okay, I saw Deadpool.
Woo!
Ooh.
I think you got a bad. It's because you got that goofy armor-piercing, lollipop-colored case on there. It's not plugging in all the way. There you go. Oh my gosh, she's undressing her phone. Oh,
Ooh, wow.
that's gonna hurt.
Hold
Yeah.
on a second. Who knew this would be so complicated?
I knew it would be so complicated.
I don't know how to-
You're still ringing there. You're probably pissing off everybody you've called, to put it
Whoa.
mildly. What do you want? What do you keep calling for?
How do I cut
Okay,
this
there you
off?
go, folks. It's working real well.
All right, here we go.
Holy mackerel, she's got the battery out. Let's try it now. Hopefully it'll work after I made her go through. Oh, you know why? It's an Apple phone. No wonder.
237-2700.
Don't tell people.
Oh no, it's the
it's
the
the
name of
restaurant
the
number?
restaurant. Okay, here we go.
Oops,
Yeah, I
hear
told
that.
you. What a surprise. If you plug it in, it works.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling Alfresco. How can I help you?
Hi, how are you today? By any chance, is Stephanie there?
Stephanie's not here. She usually does not come in on Monday night.
Okay. All right. So we're calling from the radio show locally in Flemington. It's called JerseyTalkRadio.com. And what we do on Mondays is we order something from a local restaurant that delivers. So we decided we're going to call you today. We're on Main Street in Flemington is where we broadcast from. So you do deliver, correct?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So what are we going to get?
Why don't you just get, they use that pizza. Why don't you just
What kind of pizza would you recommend? A thin crust or a hand tossed? What's your best pizza that you think?
Oh,
'Cause
that's tough. That's very much a matter of opinion. But
We're gonna
Buffalo
critique
chicken
this.
pizza's pretty popular.
Buffalo chicken pizza?
Yeah, I don't care. Let's get extra cheese on it, though. I like extra
Oh, he's
cheese.
a big. Okay, let's get a plain
How much-
cheese pizza. Would you get a plain cheese
All
pizza?
right.
How's
See,
that?
she's going to just drive the bus.
Large?
Yes, a
Yeah,
large
thin
plain
crust.
cheese, thin crust pizza.
All right, a large cheese pie. Anything else?
Could you put a little sauce on the side, please?
Sauce on the side?
Yes. Everybody like garlic bread?
Okay.
Wanna try some garlic bread? And we'll take an order of garlic bread.
Oh, that'll be good in here in a couple
Anything
of
else?
minutes.
Could I get a
Something to drink.
yeah, and a chicken parm sandwich? They get. They
Oh,
chicken
man,
parm
he's going crazy. Never put a young guy in here. They eat you right out of the building.
Okay. Cut that in a couple pieces too. We're all going to try it. We're going to critique your
We're going
restaurant.
to sample.
Okay. And can you tell Stephanie that Tracy Parisi called and tell her what we're doing here today? When she calls, if she checks in, she's a friend of mine.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, what do you
No,
got to
no.
drink? We got to get some drinks, too.
We have Pepsi product.
Okay. Well, all right. You got Mountain
Oh,
Dew.
you get whatever you want. What do you guys whatever? You
Yes.
guys have?
You got like you just want a regular Pepsi?
I guess.
Yeah, he's a Coke freak. So.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, we don't drink Coke.
All right. What else? Tell him.
Okay, so we're at
127.
127 Main Street in Flemington.
127 Main Street. Can I have your phone number, please?
237-1252. That's the studio line.
And you'll see our studio banner in the front window.
Right. It's the only radio
right, sounds
station
good.
on the block. And bring over a
So-
couple 2 liter of Pepsi, please,
And we need plates and napkins.
and cups.
2 liter Pepsi, plates, and napkins.
And
And what
cups.
is your name?
I'm Andrew.
Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew.
Okay, Andrew. Nice to meet you. And
Nice
what
to
will
meet you,
what will
too.
the cost be on this? Just so we know. You're on the air, by the way.
No.
Yeah, you are.
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
Yes,
Come on, don't do that to me.
you are. It's all right. You
And
didn't do
it's not a
anything wrong.
joke. It's not a joke.
You're not spoofing you. You're not being punked.
We probably should have warned him beforehand.
That's right.
All right. So what would be our cost for this whole meal? So people know.
You have to put it in the computer and get back to you. Could you give me a second?
Yeah, that's
Sure.
fine. No problem.
All right, so just to double check, it was a large plain pie with a side of sauce, an order of garlic bread, 2 liter Pepsi. You wanted some plates and napkins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. That'll do it.
Okay, give me 1 second, please.
Okay.
I won't get a second.
Oh, the chicken parm.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
didn't
and
mention
the
it.
chicken parm sandwich.
Well, when he comes back on, we got to add that to
Okay.
it. So there you go. This is
I
the
have
modern.
not tried this place. Go ahead. Have you?
No, I don't even know where we're calling.
I used to
Oh.
go here every Monday. I used to go to their old location every Monday night because it's half price.
Yes. Oh, it used to be Alfonso's.
Yeah, Alfonso's.
Now
Put
it
that
took
mic
over.
up closer to you, dear.
Yeah.
It took over.
Just pull it up. There you go.
Is that
oh,
how it?
yeah. I don't
Hold on.
know.
Let me get a better grip.
Tell me you haven't done this. You've been on the air before is what I meant. All right. Sorry.
Up,
Calm down.
Down, up, down.
Stop it. Oh, my gosh.
All right. So it's the old Gallo Rosso.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, this ought to be great.
They don't have a liquor license. It's BYOB, but some people like that.
I'm going to identify you after that last segment about the microphone so everybody knows who to write the letters to. We are not governed by the FCC.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
You know, I ran into
Not that we're salacious or anything else. It's just we don't care.
I ran into somebody who
Yes, I see. I see your car out there.
Oh my
I
God!
wish
You
I could
did run
swing you.
into somebody.
No. Yes, he did.
Did I hang
Was
up on this guy?
No. He put you on hold, I think.
I'm gonna let
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
ran into somebody who
Who was in
used
jail
to be
with
at
you?
another radio station I was at, and he was talking about the closing of. No, it's not. It's not who you think it is.
Well, that's
He
okay.
was talking about the closing of Live
The re-
365
Oh,
and the new stipulations for the internet about music.
are very draconian.
Your total is going to be $22.36.
2236.
But what about the
Oh,
parm?
Is the chicken parm sandwich on there?
Let me double check.
But he's saying you can't play. this-
No, it is not. Did you want to add the chicken farm?
Yes, please.
Wait a minute. We got a pizza for $22?
We got a pizza, drinks, and garlic bread.
We got garlic bread and drinks.
All right, so it's a chicken farm sub. All right, not a problem. So your total is going to be $30.12.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yes,
Not
ma'am.
a problem.
How long will it be, do you think?
About 45 minutes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem.
We'll see you
Bye-bye.
here. Bye-bye.
Anyway, he said you're not allowed
And
to
that's
play.
just how easy it is.
They're talking about the music. You can't play the same artist twice in an hour, or you get fined.
Well, it depends on your licensing, though.
Well, he was
Who's
talk-
licensing is it? Who's licensing this now?
I forget the name of
Is
the
it that
organization.
Primcast or
No,
something?
This is some organization on the internet that's licensing all music.
And how much is it costing? Did he know?
He didn't say.
Wow.
And they've got all kinds of restrictions. If you have a compilation album like hits of the 60s,
Right. Forget it.
You can't play more than two at one time.
Well, it sounds terrible if you play two at one time anyway.
Yeah.
You mean 2 in 1 hour of that
Yeah,
off
yeah,
that album?
Right.
So the album is the defining device. So you can't run
It-
two songs
it
off the
sounds like
same album.
It's even worse than it used to be.
Oh yeah.
And he's saying it's really bad. And
They're going to
I'm-
kill the industry.
I'm talking about this is a station that does mostly music, so they're kind of
They're in trouble.
hurting.
What's
What
the
do you
logic behind those kind of decisions?
I don't know.
Well, there's good like so many other things. There's good basic logic. And Tracy's going to stop back in when she's when she's done
Oh, no, I'm sending
writing a book.
I'm sending Stephanie. The
I
owner,
know.
okay.
That's good. No, we're just teasing you. But let's talk about this. There's good reason. I'm a musician, all right? I've only played on
You're
a couple.
Not just a musician.
I'm not a justified musician. But the point is, nobody wants to get their music ripped off. And it's rampant, and it was rampant for years. But
Yeah.
now that they can put a digital marker on everything, they're completely over the top with this just unbelievable regimen of fines and paying people to rat on other people. And, you have music in the backyard at a barbecue, and all of a sudden you got these guys. I mean, it's almost that bad. It's gotten to the point now where you would have to have rocks in your head to play any music unless you really were sure you were covered, because these people have tentacles through the internet that you can't believe, and they'll shut you down, and it will
he
cost you a
He
fortune.
was
Oh,
calling
on the radio
he was
show?
calling,
Yes.
He was calling the internet cops.
Well, they're the internet Nazis is
Yeah,
what they
so
are.
they're
They're
just-
crazy.
He
And I
said
could tell
it's-
you stories, but it's, the point of it is there's a good reason for copyright. But when YouTube is so over the top paranoid that they will flag a Christmas parade, a holiday parade broadcast because a float goes by with somebody with some copyrighted music on it, that's part of a public performance. I'm covering an event as
That's
a
public-
newscaster.
That's public domain.
It's
as far as
public
I'm
domain,
concerned. Yeah.
and yet they'll flag you, and I've had it happen to me. So
Well, he said they're
it's
not
nothing.
allowed. They're not allowed to play anything from YouTube either.
I got to tell you, my daughter was in a talent show, and they were singing, they were dancing to "Watch Me Whip, Whip, Whip." We could not get it off. We could not download it. We finally got
No.
somebody smart.
You
like,
told me.
remember, you were trying to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a couple other people.
Yeah.
We finally found it, but yeah, it was really hard to do.
it has gone. It's like everything else. Look, let me tell you, you're surveilled on everything you do. You've got people that want to fine you out of the blue. It's gone far past reality and reasonableness. And reasonableness is people need to be compensated. If I'm a music station, I need to pay a flat rate and say, hey, listen, you guys sort it out and pay everybody their. I mean, you know how many thousands of albums there are out there and tens of thousands of songs? And if you ever try to license directly, the paperwork will keep somebody busy all day. Oh, did you just play a Boston song? What time was it? Which song? And you have to log it. It's worse than being a truck driver and having to do your logs. Where'd you stop to go to the bathroom? How long were you there? What town were you in when you bought fuel? It's ridiculous.
Well, wouldn't that just automatically be logged in your computer? What
You
you're
still have to have a computer program.
Right.
No, not necessarily.
you gotta
It depends
log
on where you're paying it from. If you had a logging program, but then you have to extrapolate all that and report to them how many copyright.
Extrapolate, that's a good word, Bruce. It's a great word. It is a
I'm
good word.
flattered that you would acknowledge that.
It's
spent
a
all
good
night.
word.
I spent all night practicing.
What big word
How
could
do you
I
pronounce that?
interject in the sentence?
Interject.
Excellent word.
Fix that curtain behind you, would you? There, or the whole set's falling apart. Tighten them up too, so you don't want to see the outside. There you go. And now it's open behind you. You got to get closer to your buddy there. Speak,
I
Richard.
got this bad chair again.
There's no bad chairs.
I was watching a video.
You've got a bad butt. The chair's fine.
It's too high.
Put the mic up there. Here we go again.
It should be back.
It keeps falling down around you. It keeps. I know it's nice and tight. I get it up there. Why does it keep falling down in front
No,
of
it
you?
does. All right, here we go.
There you go.
How's that
Now that's better.
I was watching a video last night, in fact, on YouTube about fair use laws
Okay.
and how YouTube, it was talking about the whole claim process,
There you go.
and people can't. Humans, the human staff of YouTube doesn't even interact with people most of the time.
It's all algorithm.
And if anybody wants to see this video, look up Channel Awesome. It was released a couple days ago. Doug Walker, if anybody out there knows the Nostalgia Critic, he does the video pretty well. He lays it all out on the line. Him and a couple other people kind of banded together, I think, and made this video because they had some problems recently, and they really expose a lot of the problems with the fair use law and how it's being abused on YouTube right now.
I understand YouTube. YouTube does not want to get sued because you broke the law. They'll hang them. But there's all kinds of articles if you go on the net about.
Speaking of computer generated, you can't talk to anybody on the phone anymore. You cannot talk to anybody on the phone.
You're absolutely right.
You know what? My credit card got
Hacked?
was compromised this week, and I never would have caught it. Eventually, I would have. Remember, we were.
Oh, I
you
would
and
have
were
told you I
on-
did it
on this
eventually.
last
Yeah,
week.
I wanted to thank you for that meal.
It was you.
And for the porno, by
So
the way.
listen,
you
what
wanna-
I don't watch that one.
She already has that on
so what
DVD.
happened was-
VHS, which is important to him.
Yeah. On Valentine's Day, I went to Walmart.
Oh, there you go.
That's
That's
what
what
I
I was-
did on Valentine's Day. So anyway, what happens Monday? I go to take my daughter to school. Of course, I'm in my pajamas. I go to get gas. I have no money.
You're
'cause
taking your daughter to school in your jammies?
I always wear my pajamas to it. So I
Oh,
go with
man,
no
I'm-
money,
I'm
no
checking
nothing,
that out.
with my credit card, my debit card, which is the only card I use. Anyway, I get to the gas station, and the kid says, your credit card is
Declined.
And I'm like, that's impossible.
I'll
There's
choke you.
money in
Come
there.
over.
Anyway, so I'm not going to argue with him because he's a kid and whatever.
Right.
So get home, and I called the bank, and I said, there's a problem with my credit card. They said, yes, there is. We shut it off. And I was like, well, why?
Oh, thank you.
And yeah. And she said, I don't know why they didn't call me. And she says, well, and here's where my question was, how did you know to flag it? And she says, well, somebody went out to dinner somewhere in Pennsylvania. They spent $130 on
It
dinner.
was a great meal, though.
It was a good meal.
Yeah.
And
There was
half an
4 of
hour
us
later,
that night,
yeah. And a half an hour later, the only reason it was flagged because they ordered more food. And then they went to they ordered online Wayfair. Do you know what Wayfair is? It's a home shopping.
No.
They're actually connected to Walmart too, but the guy spent $180 there. Went on to spend some more money.
Wow.
So she said, yeah, we already flagged it. She said, you have to keep track of your account now. We've already shut everything down. But I said, let me start calling these places to see if I can stop some payment now. Kind of nip it now.
It's a debit card?
It's a debit
Oh,
card.
that's deadly.
know,
I don't use
I
them.
know,
I'm
I
not using
know. But you know what? I think opposite. Like if I were to get that bill at the end of the month, I'd be like, oh my god. Then I'd be like, we don't need any extra Diet Coke. When you see what you actually spent.
You're absolutely right.
So I
There's
call
certainly
Wayfair
a valid point.
with the $175 charge, and I get the woman on the phone. I explain the situation, and she says, yep. She goes, it's already been cut off. She said the same guy has charged 40 other cards to our store.
Why do they keep serving them?
I don't know.
The
But they
owner.
said they already cut it off. And, where are you mailing this to? Because you
Yeah.
order a place like that, you have to have
Right.
a physical address. So, say gas stations are pretty bad like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's where they get a lot
We
of
lost a
gas
card
stations.
up on Cape Cod, and by the time we got 5 miles down the road and realized that they bought $400 worth of gold jewelry up in Provincetown,
Yeah.
which is like 20
It's a big
minutes,
loss.
man.
It's a big financial loss for people, which is why prices go up. And I know they say that the debit
Billions
card is
of
the worst
dollars.
thing to use.
Yeah, well, if they get it online, you can clean you out, and there's no way to recoup it.
I
Quickly.
took a $7,000 hit one year.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you are looking very nice
Well,
today.
thank you.
Did you
It's
just go to the...
No.
Were you at the spa?
Sit.
Really? Well, I'm looking at I'm looking at the 3
He's
of
trying
us.
to
so-
say something nasty.
No, he's not. He's thinking it though. It's like
No,
a
it's-
billboard running across.
So
his
you
head.
guys saw old movies. I saw a new movie.
I saw old and new.
Scarlett Johansson is beautiful. You know who
I
she
agree.
is. You're a young guy. You know who she is, right?
Kind of.
Blonde, pretty,
There
beautiful.
you go.
She was in that
That's
movie.
all I had to hear.
She was in that movie with Bill Murray. I'm trying to think of the name of it, where he's an old
Groundhog Day.
No,
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just
he's in Japan to do an ad for
Ghostbusters.
for a wine or for a whiskey company, and
Listen.
her husband is there doing photography, and they kind of connect. And he's an old guy. She's a young girl.
She was on the island too. Remember that was another far-fetched kind of movie where they were kind of like a body snatch, Invasion of the Body Snatchers kind of a deal. Anyway, so she was in some drug dealers. She they were implanting them in people's stomachs and sending them off, and she swallowed it. She got kicked in the stomach and it exploded in her. Anyway, it went to this. Morgan Freeman was in it,
Well, she was in the Avengers.
and it exploded
Oh,
and it went
she's
to her brain.
Black Widow.
Lucy.
Lucy.
There it is.
Lucy. We're going to put it up on the screen now for those viewers
Lucy
at
was
home.
the first woman born. Hey, it shows how the brain. It basically says it's kind of a sci-fi almost, where your brain capacity, humans only use 10%, and hers went to 100.
Oh, that movie.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
remember
that
that. Now,
movie.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I remember the ads. It seemed interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and it's based in mostly science fiction. But
Exactly. And it was a little far-fetched. I don't know. It didn't come together well, I didn't think.
I saw Deadpool.
Did you like it? Well, HBO was
I
free
saw
this
Liverpool.
weekend.
what did you think of Deadpool, Rich?
Oh, there we go.
That's not me.
It's not me.
It's him.
I actually,
Well, Richard's phone is a museum. He's got the flip phone.
yeah, mine's turned off.
He's got the plug that plugs into the
Um,
car.
Actually, I kind of liked it, but to see a superhero that's really
Who's in the Deadpool?
Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, everybody thinks he's so hot.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Who?
I'm saying this guy wasn't in this movie much because the whole movie he's wearing a suit that covers his face, and it's some karate person who's got swords and jumping and doing all this. That wasn't Ryan Reynolds.
Is that a new movie?
Yes.
You went to the movies?
Yeah, I did go to the movies.
Yes, he's got that whole face mask thing. I saw
I-
the commercial. For
I
it.
really wanted to find somebody to go see Star Wars with me, but
Oh, don't even bother.
see,
You
no,
don't
that's
like
not what I-
sfi stuff like
No,
that.
I just didn't like that Star Wars.
Are
didn't
you a
like the new Star
sci-fi guy?
Wars?
I love science
I
fiction.
figured you
I'm a
would.
writer of science fiction, actually.
Okay, I was thinking that.
But
Just,
I
just absorbing your personality.
did
That's
see
good.
some old movies too. I saw Inherit the Wind again.
Were you at the library?
No.
Yeah, he was up there in the VHS stacks, blowing the dust off.
I was on YouTube actually. Saw Inherit the Wind, and I also saw The Best Years of Our Lives. Two of my favorite old films.
You got. There's millions of these B old
Oh,
movies
I saw one.
on Digital Drive-In or whatever.
I saw one called Baron of Africa, and it was Rod Cameron, and it was cut down from a movie Serial.
Oh, okay.
And
How can you
he's-
cut down a serial? They're only 20
in-
minutes long.
Well, he
Here
cut
comes
down.
our pizza.
Stand by.
No,
There's
it's cut
our
down.
pizza's on its way.
It cut down from the whole
Hey,
serial.
boys, it's 1:27. You missed
It was
us.
cut down from the whole serial down to an hour and 23
To
minutes.
just a small packet
Yeah.
rather than a full
And
bowl.
he's fighting the Nazis in Africa. He's a
Well,
CIA.
there you go.
Yeah.
The Nazis in Africa.
And every 5 minutes.
I thought
there's
they
a
were in
fist
South
fight.
America. They went to Africa also.
Yeah, there.
North Africa they were in, of course.
Yeah, North Africa. That's where he's
Tunisia
at.
and-
He was in Casablanca.
Thank you.
Who?
So, who? Is she awake?
I saw a movie that I swear to you it had to be the worst. It was called Iron Angel. It was the worst war-related. It was the cheesiest, worst written, worst acted, worst filmed thing I've ever seen in my life.
Did you make it through the whole movie?
Yeah, I was like, this can't be real. Is this a spoof? It was like done in the early 50s. Nothing was period correct. You know, the guys are wearing uniforms and they look like they just got them out of a box. They it's just, the whole thing was just, oh my God, you got to look at that. It's
Now,
called.
did you see it on a movie? Did you go to the
No,
movies?
no,
Was
no.
it on TV?
Oh, no, it's an old movie. I saw it on I don't know, it was on Roku on one of the channels on
Yeah, that's-
digital cinema or retro TV or something like that.
I'm trying to
But
think.
It
I
was
saw-
horrible.
I saw one of those silly serials from the 40s, and they're on a spaceship, and they said, "Well, we have to go to Saturn." Okay, we'll be there in a couple hours.
The best is
Yeah, they went to Saturn, got what they needed, and came back.
the
to
Buck
Earth.
Rogers thing. They're sitting in like office chairs
Yeah,
in the
office
space.
chairs in the
They're all
spaceship.
going back
Yeah,
and
just like
forth.
these chairs.
They're in these chairs. They got office chairs. It's like there's not a file cabinet in them. But the worst thing is the who is it? Is it Buck Rogers? No, it's not Buck Rogers. What was the other one?
You know, that's what it
Flash
was.
Gordon or
It
one
was
of
Flash Gordon, but this was Buck Rogers in the.
And it
25th.
always
I
sounds
remember
like
Buck Rogers.
they got a short in the electrical system. They're going, and a sparkler coming out of the back of this thing. I mean, it's just it's so
This is the future. They go up to Ming's.
yeah. And Ming
and the
Ming
guy-
always looks like he's cracking jokes in the background. He's
What
like
about Lost in Space?
The guys-
loused
Remember
up
that
in
Will
space.
Rogers?
Yeah,
The
right.
guys
Will.
that
Danger, Will
that
Rogers.
are keeping the planet going are shoveling coal in furnaces.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
That's the way it is at NASA, folks. No, but yeah. I used to watch Loused Up in Space.
I used to
Danger,
watch
Will
There's nothing else
Robinson.
on TV
Danger,
that does that.
danger,
You think
Will
about the shows we watched when you were a kid. You're way
Oh, the
behind us,
shame,
but
the pain. Dr. Smith, huh?
I think one of the best sci-fi movies. I'm not a sci-fi person like you. Alien.
Alien holds
Great
up,
movie.
man.
It does.
It's one
And
of
let's
the best
face it,
movies. It
Sigourney
was
Weaver's a
scary.
little creepy.
You think? I think she's beautiful.
It's actually.
What
Tall.
does
Aliens-
that have to
Aliens-
do with
I don't
how
know.
tall she
I don't
is?
know.
Actually,
Short people are
Alien-
beautiful
I'm
too.
saying if
dear.
you look at her now, she still looks good. She's like 60-something years old. She still
Alien's
looks
almost
good.
like a haunted house movie. in
It
a
really
way.
is.
Yeah.
Creepy movie though. Scary.
But-
Game over, man. Game over.
You know what?
Great line.
A really groundbreaking sci-fi movie was Forbidden Planet.
Yeah.
At the
You never
time.
saw that?
Didn't see
At
it.
the time.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was really cool.
Yeah.
Give her a synopsis of Forbidden Planet.
Well, let me just say it paved the way for the original Star Trek.
Okay.
It was the first movie where you see the humans in the flying saucer going to this strange planet where Where there's only one person living there, the professor, supposedly.
Well, there's two.
It's always a
No, it's
professor.
two.
Well,
There's-
when they-
Suzanne Margaret. Let's
they-
not
when
forget
they-
the only
what's
thing
her
I
name?
watched the
And-
movie
and
for.
Francis.
when they
And
when
Francis,
they get
I mean,
there,
not anymore.
when they get there, they see that
Hoo-wah.
that he has a daughter, and he talks about how everybody else on the planet died off.
Yeah.
And there's this strange thing that starts killing people. And I don't want to give too much of the movie away, but the movie becomes about figuring out what it is that's killing people.
But you know who the main character was?
Robbie the Robot.
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie, and very young.
Remember-
Oh, I like
Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen.
Remember he did all this goofy, silly,
Airplane.
yeah, stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Naked
well,
Gun,
Leslie
33
Nielsen
and a half.
was the main.
Remember O.J. Simpson was in that with him. Has anybody watched
Yeah,
the O.J.
remember, here's
Simpson
the
movie?
best line out of that movie to O.J. Simpson. Brutal juice. That came back to haunt him, that line. But the best thing was the communicators. We had the little retractable string. They talked on the little communicators
Yeah.
on their belt. And they had a huge forklift with a magnet on it that came out of the spaceship to work on it. Remember that? They were driving that forklift around?
Where'd that even come from?
Wasn't it? I don't know. Why would you need a forklift on Jupiter or
I
whatever?
think anytime I take off in a spaceship, I want a forklift. in mine.
And it was a huge
It's
goop.
everybody needs it.
It looked like they got one off the Navy Yard somewhere after World War II. It was
I
a
think
huge
that's-
monster.
I think that should be there every time.
Well, the funny thing was, the monster looked like the Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah, well, it looked like a big cat or
It
something.
looked like the Tasmanian
really- yeah,
Devil. It's a
strange.
cartoon character.
Yeah.
It was animated
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it was sort of like incorporeal.
Yeah, yeah.
It reminded me of the same animation style for what was it? The Last Unicorn. It reminded me of the Bull, kind of.
I didn't see The Last Unicorn. You
It's-
lost me on that one.
It's
sorry.
a really obscure animated film
The last
that's
time I saw
not
a
quite
unicorn,
for
I was
kids.
20.
Oh,
Late
please.
at night.
Did you ever-
Go ahead.
Well,
Jesus.
that's
Don't even go there. Just move right
Go
along.
ahead.
What about Robbie the Robot?
best
That was
character. of all
Best
time.
character going.
Oh yeah, that was.
Never
and that
Never
And he
was-
heard
had
of
an
it.
attitude, too.
Paved the way for C-3PO. There he is on the,
Oh,
screen
let's
right
see.
there.
We're going to put him up on
Can I
the
turn
screen.
Yeah, there's
now.
Leslie Nielsen. Look.
Yep.
Hey, is
Yeah.
that Leslie Nielsen?
Yes,
Look.
look how young he is.
Yeah. He died recently, right? Did he die recently?
I'm not sure.
And there, of course, is the Forbidden Planet Robbie the Robot
Right
carrying Anne Francis. A stylish Anne Francis, I might add. Old Anne Francis looked pretty hot in that. In the whole scene with the
What else
tigers,
was Anne Francis in?
who cares?
You don't care.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
Didn't
She was in that.
there. Wasn't she the girl from Uncle on TV?
Was she the? Oh wow, I don't even remember
Wait,
that.
who was in Uncle? Who was the main guy in that?
Ilya Kuryakin,
No, that.
No.
Han
No,
Solo.
the yeah. That's
I don't know what
You're talking about me. You
I don't
two
know.
are
I'm
like
just throwing that
totally
in there.
silly today.
Ilya Kuryakin was
the man from Uncle.
yeah. Well, no, he
No, it
was
wasn't.
he was the partner.
Right,
Uh,
right.
the
But
other-
I got it right. So,
the guy-
It
so
wasn't James Bond, was it?
retract
No,
all
no,
those
no.
smart remarks
Richard?
and laughs.
No.
No, that's famed gay guy.
Rock
Oh, well.
Hudson?
No, it wasn't Rock Hudson.
Not
Don't-
Wagner.
Don't go down this road. Famed gay guys. Is that the topic
That's
now?
what he was also in
What are you talking about? What has that to do with the man from Uncle? Where did you come up with
the
that?
main character.
What's our pizza time? We ordered this what
The
time?
main
About
character from
quarter
the
of-
man from Uncle was
quarter
a
after.
famed gay
Quarter
guy.
after
Oh, yeah,
4:15,
he's
so
very
it's
good.
4:35.
He was also in. I'm trying to think of his name. He
you
was
wa-
also in the Magnificent Seven. He was also in. What was the movie with
I
Steve
have to
McQueen
get some money out of my car.
driving through the Los
Bullet?
Angeles. Bullet. He was in Bullet. I can't. The Man
Famed gay
from
guy.
Uncle. There it is, Man from Uncle. Okay. No, that's the movie. That's the movie they
That's
just
Ryan
did
Reynolds.
recently. Got to find the TV series.
Come on,
Oh,
who is it?
man.
I gotta get money out
I
of my
can't
car.
think of his name.
May I be excused?
He's
Yes, ma'am.
I'm
Please.
looking rude.
Probably a woman thing.
and you probably will you be able to find
It's
your
a
way back?
female thing.
I'm thinking.
Drop some peanuts or something.
Yeah.
Drop some of those
Yeah.
wasabis on the
Yeah,
ground.
that just
You can find your way back.
the birds won't eat them. That's for
That's
sure.
for sure. Nobody will steal them.
What's his
man.
name? I'm trying to think of the name of the actor. He does some commercials for.
We'll be here for the rest of the show trying to figure this out. Jeez. Well, that was a guest appearance by
No,
Tracy.
I think she's going out to get cash.
Yeah, that's what she's gonna.
Oh, well, no, I got cash.
I got cash too. I got $3
I got Johnny cash in the car.
tied up.
Yeah, thank you. No, not anymore. He's deceased.
There you go. There you go. Robert Vaughn. I had to see his face to remember his name. Robert Vaughn.
Robert Vaughn was in an interesting.
Very
I'm
gay.
trying to think. I didn't know that. Now I do.
Well, he is.
What was the show? It's a recent show that he was the head of. It was very cool. It was about people that just basically hoodwinked bad people and got their money back.
Oh.
It was pretty cool. It was a team that did that. I forget the name of the show now,
But
unfortunately.
Robert Vaughn. And he was also in The Magnificent Seven. He was the gunfighter that lost his nerve. And at the end,
I thought that was in Blazing Saddles.
I don't know. I never watched Blazing Saddles.
Are you really telling me you never watched Blazing Saddles?
I don't care for Mel Brooks.
Well, he wasn't. He only had a short piece in it.
No, but he wrote it.
What? So why don't you care for
I
him?
went to see, what was the one where he's doing like a take on Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
And they pulled in and they said, "Pardon me, pardon
Pardon me,
boy.
Roy. No.
Is this the Transylvania
Yeah,
station?" I got up and left
Track
the theater.
39.
Yeah, I got up and left the
Why,
theater.
you watched the Marx Brothers? Or
No, I don't like
WC
the Marx Brothers either.
God, you are such a stiff.
Robert Vaughn.
Robert Vaughn. Okay,
Oh.
yeah. I know who that is.
Yeah, she brought me a kiss.
Yeah,
I'll
I
take
can't
one.
even get the cat to do that.
there you go.
Thank
You
you.
don't like chocolate. He doesn't like anything.
He doesn't like anything.
I know he doesn't.
He doesn't like
anything.
Mel
He doesn't
Brooks.
appreciate anything.
He doesn't like
never
Mel
liked-
Brooks.
There's the
He-
police. Woo, woo.
Ooh, undercover. It's a
Woo,
stealth
woo.
car.
I never.
That's a
Like
that's a
Mel
sound you're
Brooks.
used to.
Whoop, whoop. It's the
Stealth
sound
mission.
of the police. Woo, woo.
You can tell you're from a different part of the country when they put the accent on different syllables in a word.
What do you mean?
Insurance,
Insurance. Yeah.
police.
I'm chewing. I didn't think that everybody needed to hear.
Why not? We listen to him all the time.
Yeah.
And you know that's why people pick on you because you hate everything.
No,
You don't
I
like Mel Brooks. You don't like
don't
Young
like-
Frankenstein.
I'm not a fan of Mel Brooks either. Although he's good Bugs Bunny. He does Bugs Bunny, right?
No, that's Mel Blanc.
Oh, Mel Bunny. Mel Brooks is Blazing Saddles, right?
I'm in the
Stop fixing-
Twilight Zone here.
Mel Blanc.
Are you following this?
Yeah. Well,
Well, that makes
bit.
one of us.
I'm doing the best I can.
I don't know, man. We're drifting all around. So, what movie did you see besides
That's it.
Lucy? What's Lucy about?
Just like have you been listening? Computer side. I told you.
I know,
she,
but
she,
you didn't give anything away except she swallowed
there were
something.
some Asian drug dealers, and they kind of kidnapped her. And they were making them drug mules. And then some guy liked her, and he was trying to have sex with her, and she resisted, so he kicked her in the stomach.
So
and
that's
then
why she liked the
the
movie.
drugs exploded in her stomach. And
Right.
what happened was it threw all these energy into her brain to make her
oh, okay.
full capacity of her brain. And it basically showed how the brain starts working.
I thought that was done intentionally.
What?
That she was a science experiment.
No.
That
She was
seems
a
even
sex
less
experiment.
plausible now.
Stupid. Yeah, like the more I watched it, made no sense. And like, it was just like, it was just
You know,
nonsense. It just got so
The
carried
more
away.
you talk about this, I think I saw it or I lived it, but I don't know which.
Except they weren't talking about bourbon.
Yeah, I think it was in the 60s.
It was one of
sometime.
those nights.
It was in the 60s.
Richard actually tried to get a job as a liquor mule, but he would drink it all, and then they'd say, "Okay, give it back." And he goes, "I just did. I was in the restroom."
Yeah. Yeah, you don't buy that
Oh,
stuff.
you know what I was
only
watching
rent it.
this weekend? Something really, and then my daughter's watching. I'm sort of scared to see how she's going to turn out because she actually watches Criminal Minds.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of scared how
She
she's going
enjoys
to
it.
turn
She's
out
9.
too.
We're all pretty scared.
Oh,
how she's
now
gonna turn out.
So
Including Dyfus.
she started watching.
Oh man, that was a killer. Sorry, that was. I bust your your
thousand-
drug load if I kick you in the belly like that again.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
1,000 Ways to Die. Did you ever see the show?
Yes.
It's on USA.
What's no, there
It's
was
a
a movie.
half-hour show. It's not a movie.
no, there was a
It's
movie.
also a movie.
Yeah.
That's 1,000 Ways to Die in the West. But this is it was a marathon. It's a half-an-hour show, and it says stupid things people were doing that they ended up dying. You know, they had.
Oh, that show.
Yeah, it's so stupid, but I mean, there
Well,
was,
you think that's
we
made
live in
up
a
or is it
world
real?
what? No, it's real.
Each one's, I think, a documented case,
Yeah, exactly. And then they,
and it just proves we live in a world with a lot of stupid people.
yeah. And it is. It's like really stupid things, and then you don't think
Like
it's plausible,
what? Give
but
us
it
an
is.
example.
Okay, this is the one that stays in my mind. It was so stupid because my daughter was laughing about it. Couple kids were older, in their 20s, probably your age, and they would have contests to see who could win whatever disgusting thing they were doing. So they were having who could pass gas the loudest. So one of the girls decides to take a whipped cream can and shoot the CO2 up her butt, and it basically, she exploded. She died. The gas from inside her and the electrodes. She had been burping or drinking or something, and between the alcohol in her and whatever, it backfired, and just crazy stuff.
Yeah, that'll destroy you.
Another couple, they were arguing and they were dumping toxic waste, in cans, oil and stuff, whatever it was, and they were at a dump site and they were arguing. She was calling him a loser, and she falls backwards with the stuff, hit her face and went in her lungs. She died within seconds. It's just crazy stuff. Don't do this at home, labels all over it. Creepy, but
And so you watched that for how long?
not long. I was just getting ready to go to work.
She was up to 821, and she said, "I got to turn this off."
Yeah.
It was only like the 12th episode. No. I watch it once in a while because it's just if there's absolutely nothing else on TV.
It's fine. I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff on
Of course, Modern Family, which is the funniest show in the world. I love that show.
It's
Do
pretty
you
funny.
watch it? Do you ever watch
It's
it?
pretty well written.
I don't watch it religiously, but it used to be when I worked at ShopRite.
Interesting term.
It would be on. It used to be on in the break room at ShopRite a lot, and I would end up catching a lot of it that way.
It's funny.
It's funny, yeah.
Yeah.
I just
No,
never,
it's well written. It moves pretty quick.
Oh yeah, and everybody's character, every character is funny. Brings something to the table.
You know what? A show kind of that I really watched, I liked. You ever remember Scrubs when it was on?
I never watched that show.
I've never seen it either.
Well, that's the end of this discussion. What's the next topic?
So was George Clooney in that?
Are you taking your clothes off here?
We gotta step
It's
this
on.
one
It's
up a
good.
little.
They're liking that
Is
at
this our
home right
pizza?
now.
I think
Keep
this might
going.
be
Oh,
our
look, the
pizza
ratings are
kit.
going up.
That's it. Hey, we actually
I don't
have
know.
a viewer now.
We're gonna need a younger model. I think that this could be our pizza guy, the kid in the Jeep.
No, it's 45 minutes. Forget it.
It's been what?
Hey, don't let him in if he has a bomb strapped to him. So, did you hear that? You remember that story?
What?
That was a horrible story. Guy in Ohio, I believe it was Ohio.
Of course.
Yeah, Ohio. Don't
Probably
give me any
dating
reason
one
to
of your
talk about
relatives.
Ohio, okay, please.
Yeah. Well, but no, this is a
We'll go
story
down
that's
memory lane.
apropos. So these people come in. They strap a bomb to this guy, a vest, make him go to a bank, and say, "Hey, listen, I got this bomb on me. You got to give me the money, or they're going to detonate this bomb at 2:00." And nobody believes this guy, and they think he's in on it. Well, they have him sitting out by a car, and he's crying, he's begging. This is documented. This is a real thing. And nobody would do anything. The police wouldn't do anything. They didn't send the bomb squad. Now, why wouldn't you do that? At 2:00, they set it off, and they killed the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he had nothing to do with any of this. They just took him and strapped this bomb on him and said, now drive over to this bank and hand him this note. And what a horrible thing. I mean,
Did they get the money?
No. The bank said, get out of here. We're not going to. This is a joke. What is this, a hoax? Or you're in on it. Well, he wasn't in on it. It wasn't a hoax, and the guy died for no reason. I think that's just
That's crazy.
unbelievable.
I heard another scam
You need to
story.
probably tell. We are on the radio. Why aren't you talking about
Wait a second. I
I
heard
know
another.
I'm being crazy.
I
here,
heard
but-
another story, and it still doesn't make sense. Someone I know, they always call me when they have a problem. Like I'm gonna figure it out. From here's our pizza right here. So what happened? He's still looking at the address.
He can't read
He's gotta ring
127 on the
doorbell.
door.
I know. And the big banner.
He's pushing the broken doorbells. Go take care
Here,
of him.
bring him in here.
Here, we gotta get. I
We're
gotta
gonna
get
put
my
him on the
wallet.
radio here too. I knew it was him. We're gonna put him on the radio here.
We're gonna bring him in. Make
Come
him
on,
sit
Richard.
down and be on the radio.
He's gonna think Richard's trying to lure him in. Hey, little boy.
You
come
know,
on
it's
in.
too bad it's not Friday. It could be happy hour. It's 4:45.
Hi. How
Hi,
are
come
ya?
on in.
How's your day going?
Well, it's going to turn
Come
around
on in.
now.
Come on in on the radio.
How you doing? You're on the radio
What's
and
your
TV.
name? Come on, give us your name.
Come on.
You're Ryan.
Yes.
How's it going over there?
Pretty good. Slow. First
Alright.
delivery today, but
First delivery today.
Well, we're going to be your best.
What time does your delivery business start?
for me it starts at 4 because I'm at school.
Okay.
and
Where do you
inside
go to
9
school?
o'clock, But otherwise,
Where do you go to school?
Central, 107.
Oh, okay. You're
Okay.
senior.
You'll get over it. It's all right. I'm just kidding.
It's,
How do you like the food?
All right.
food, I love the
Here,
food.
let me
You love the food. We're gonna put you on a microphone here. Come
Yeah,
on.
come on and
Grab
sit
a
down here.
microphone first. You have a
Here.
minute?
Actually, sit right here and put these.
Do you mind? You're okay, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Say hi to your mom, dad, whoever. You can watch this later on.
Okay.
It's JerseyTalkRadio.com's radio you watch.
Okay.
So if you go to Jersey Talk Radio when you get home, you'll see yourself. You're on the screen right now. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you're a senior in high school,
Yes, I am.
and what are you going to do next year?
I actually enlisted to the Marine Corps.
Good for you. Wow, that's big
Semper
decision.
Fi.
Semper Fi.
When do you report?
I go up August 22nd, and I'm there until November 18th. Come home from 10 days, and then I go to infantry school.
Camp Lejeune, huh?
Camp Lejeune. Well, Paris Island for
Paris
boot
Island,
camp,
right.
and then Camp McGregor for
What do you
Infantry
your
school.
MOS?
0300. It's infantry.
I know, you know, guys say that to me all the time. I don't know all those designations.
I'm
Tell me
sorry.
what it is. You know,
Bruce
I
is
was
a
in the
Coast
military,
Guard
but
guy.
it doesn't matter. I don't know what a 191 is. Unless you're a 191, how the hell do you know what it is? But I'm just being facetious. But
Yeah.
what is that? What's an 0300?
It's infantry. It's
Okay, so you're gonna be a rifleman.
yeah, rifleman. Hopefully, I'm a rifleman. I could be anything from assaultmen, which is the people that shoot the like rockets.
Rocket, yeah. The
or-
RPGs.
Yeah,
and-
all that stuff. To mortarmen, or I could be I forget the other one. It's I don't know the other one. I don't know them all yet. I just hope I get 0311.
Machine
which
gunner?
is- Machine gunner, yes.
And
Oh,
what
now
made
that's
you
a
decide
cool
to go
job.
into the Marines?
I've been asked that. I have no idea. It's always just been a dream of mine to be in
Okay.
the Marine Corps.
Cool. Your family in? Anybody in the family?
My dad was in the Air Force for 30 years, and
Okay. Wow.
Wow,
yeah.
good for him.
So did you travel around a lot, or were you located in one place?
When I was born, he was reserved, so we stayed in Jersey because he's a pilot now. So he works in Newark,
Okay. Who's he
And-
fly for?
United.
Okay.
And he
Nice.
was-
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I got two partners that are United Continental pilots.
Oh,
so-
really?
Was he always with United, or was he with Continental and brought in?
He was with Continental originally.
Really?
and
He
then
may. We'll have to talk. He may know my partner. So, what's he fly? 777s?
He did that at one point, and now it's more 7.5, 7.6.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's he do? Domestic or overseas?
It's been more domestic these last few months. He used to do overseas. I guess the jet lag kind of caught up with him. He does a few trips to Hawaii a month, a few trips to California, a lot to Florida.
Yeah, both these guys are on 777, so they're
Yeah.
doing Abu Dhabi and Hong Kong and Shanghai and that run.
Yeah, I mean, he used to do Hong Kong a lot. I remember we would have to, in order to get the trip for Hong Kong, since it's so much money, you'd have to call in to get it.
Yeah.
So we'd have all the phones in the house ready to dial.
Dial
the
it,
number.
yeah. Try to get, because when they're bidding on trips, it's
Yeah.
bizarre the way the whole scheduling thing goes.
Yeah, it's
Very cool.
So is he a regular line pilot or is he a reserve pilot now?
he's for the Air Force or something.
No, for the
He's like regular.
he's a regular
Yeah.
line pilot. Yeah, that industry has changed so much in the last 30 years. I'm sure he could tell you that. Did he fly for the Air Force?
He did fly for the Air Force. He flew HC-130s, which is their
Oh,
troop
really?
transports,
Yeah.
and just their cargo transport basically.
And that was out of McGuire.
No, he did that. He did search and rescue missions with the Coast Guard up in Alaska for 4 years, and then he flew special forces around in the Caribbean and South America for 4 years out
Wow.
of somewhere
In
Florida.
130s, all? It was all 130?
All 130s, yeah.
Yeah. The Hercs, they're good, man.
They
Now,
are
where
good.
would you want to be stationed? If you had your choice to be stationed anywhere, what's your pick?
Realistically, I'd like to go to, where I'd want to go is Marine Base Hawaii, but realistically, it's going to be Camp Lejeune because that's basically where you go your first 3 years,
Okay.
and then after that, you can go anywhere.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It
You
is
have an
exciting.
exciting future. Yeah.
I'm pretty excited for it.
Awesome. Now you know Stephanie, who's the owner there,
Yes, we do.
and you like her.
I do like her.
She's a great woman. I love her.
She
She's
is.
a very nice person. She's a good person to work for.
She is. I see her at Health Quest a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very fit. Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, we got to get you paid
Okay.
and get you
so
back
what
to
do we owe
work,
you
man.
here?
3012.
Okay.
All right, this better be a good meal, or we're going to have to tell everybody on the air. I just want to let you know that. So you didn't spit on the pizza or
No, I
anything,
did not.
you?
No, I
Not
did
going to find your gum in there or anything?
All right. So I'm gonna give
All
you.
right, hold on.
20.
Wait.
I got 20. Well, just give me $15.
Well,
more.
I'm going to have to
30.
go off my wonderful spot here.
So we need 10 more. What do we need now? 30, 12. We need $15.
Did you bring the farm too?
What?
Yes, it is in the bag.
Take that extra for you, and then they're gonna give you $15 more. And then we okay? Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Very exciting future for
Thank you
you.
for
Yeah.
having me.
Yeah. Tell Stephanie that you're on the radio today and you gave your place a plug. What's your favorite thing to eat at the restaurant?
I like rigatoni.
The rigatoni. What
Rigatoni
kind of sauce?
bolognese.
Bolognese.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And what are the hours there?
I work 4 to 9 on Mondays.
4 to 9 on Mondays, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Good for you. Good. You're a nice young man. And is your mom? You have your mom is in. She's alive and everything.
Yes.
Is she worried about you going into the Marines?
No, she's not. She's pretty excited for it.
She's
Summer
excited
camp.
for you. Yeah.
They're supporting me, so that's good.
It's a good start. You know, get the little discipline. Or you seem like you're disciplined anyway.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a nice young man. Nice to meet you. Good. Good.
If I throw this at it, then it's you needed 32.
No, yeah, we just need $15 more and we're good.
15. I got a 5. Hold on.
That's it, and we're good.
Oh, you got.
Bruce, I got it. I'll get more money.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Good. We good?
Yes, we are.
So we have garlic bread.
Come on, Richard, get in here.
We have the chicken parm. We have soda.
Yep.
We're calculating our costs and what it would cost someone if they were to eat there for just
That's
leave
right.
it on the table. It's good. And we're all going to do a taste test.
Yes, we are. I'm going to go wash my hands because it's the proper thing to do. Is that okay? And then we'll get squared up when you'll take it out of my hide.
All right, yeah, so then we got to pull it apart. Are you going to eat everything?
JerseyTalkRadio.com.
You're not
right
going to eat,
there.
are you? That's why you're so trim and thin, right?
Yeah.
Please don't do that. Oh my God.
Bruce, I'm going to do a dinner soon. You going to come up for dinner one night?
Oh man, I'm in. What do you
We
want
have
me
some
to bring?
work to
All
do,
right,
too.
Good luck, brother.
All right, so let's see what we got here. What do we have here?
Let me go wash my hands real quick.
That's a good idea.
Come on, Bruce. We have to do it together.
I will. You can too. Go.
Oh, these are rolls. You don't eat bread either?
He doesn't eat anything.
But it'll taste good with some marinara.
All right, back to us again.
It's just us. There we are.
Now, you used to work at ShopRite. How long did you work at ShopRite?
Almost 3 years.
Okay, and you're from Flemington area?
Yes.
So you went to Raritan
Yep.
Central?
I went to Central, and I'm going to be graduating from Raritan Valley hopefully this
good for you.
in the spring.
And what's your
this
major
semester. English.
there? Okay. What do you hope to do with that?
Well, not be a teacher. What am I doing with my life is what a lot of people would ask
He wants
at that
to be
point.
a writer.
But I do want to be a writer. I pretty much went with English degree because it was the only thing back in 2008 when I started. I've been going to RV for a a while, on and off.
That's okay.
You know,
finished. That's all.
Figuring
that's
out
the
my
goal.
life. I went there. I started going there. I've always known I wanted to write my books.
Okay.
So
What kind of book writing do you like to do? What's your
primarily science fiction.
science sci-fi? Okay.
And I wasn't entirely sure how to get there, so I just I was like English. It was something I was kind of good at in high school.
Okay.
And I realize now there are probably a lot more options that would have been available to me.
Mhm.
But an English degree, you can still take that a lot of different ways. You just got to get more creative if you're not going to do something like be English teacher or.
And why wouldn't you want to be a teacher?
I don't know if that's. I just don't know if that's for me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give Bruce a spot back.
Your hands are clean now? Has your mouth clean? Taste these rolls. These are delicious.
Just wash my mouth out with a bar
He
of
doesn't
soap.
eat. How
Because
come
my
how does
mom's
Richard,
not here to.
Why does Richard not eat?
Because he's on a liquid diet.
I wanted to go buy him Chick-fil-A last week because he hadn't eaten at all and he wasn't feeling
He won't
good.
eat Chick-fil-A.
Why not?
I don't know. He thinks the chickens aren't clean or something.
No.
I don't know.
They're too religious.
No, don't stop it. Don't even
All right,
go
let's
there.
test. Here, taste the roll.
He won't eat anything. He's like Mikey. Give it to Mikey. He won't eat
Taste
anything.
that.
All
well,
right,
here,
we go.
take a whole roll. Here. Take the whole
listen,
roll.
I
So
don't-
we're gonna
I'm
taste
staying
a
away
couple
from
things.
carbs.
I know, I am too. That's why I figured we
I'll
just
tell
do
you
a
what,
small taste test.
I was at Surgeonsville Inn on Saturday night
Mhm.
and had
Ooh,
the
very good.
meatloaf, which is just terrific.
I love meatloaf. I make a killer meatloaf.
Pass one of those over. Not the chicken parm. Let's see what we got. Okay, so these are rolls. Can you hand me a napkin, please?
Where's the sody pop?
I don't know.
You didn't bring us
All
any
right,
cups?
so here we go next.
I don't think so.
What did I tell the guy 3 times? Cups.
Did he not? Oh.
He didn't bring anything. I don't think he brought.
Okay,
Pepsi.
so wait. Okay, so we asked for cups and we didn't get those. All right, here's our garlic bread. Okay. All right. So there's fresh garlic.
Are you kidding me? We don't have anything to drink.
Is it on the receipt?
Is there soda?
There was supposed to be a 2-liter of Pepsi.
They didn't bring the soda. Okay.
All right, so they just failed.
So
He mu-
Sorry.
maybe
Try to
we
put your
did tell
napkin
them
on
Might
that.
have been. It might have been in his car.
All right,
Well, it
so
doesn't
we'll
matter.
call
It
them and
still
tell them they
failed.
forgot.
Where's the receipt?
You get a receipt?
I want to make sure we didn't pay for a soda. and
Try
didn't
the
get it.
garlic. All right, check the receipt. Garlic bread's decent.
Okay.
Just for
Not
the
the end of the
sandwich. Yeah, this is just for the sandwich.
Oh, that's
You need to call them back and say, we didn't get the soda. We didn't get the cups.
Okay. We'll call back.
You charged us for it. We were nice to the young man.
What kind of soda did we get?
Pepsi Cola. No call Pepsi. Pepsi, you want the Pepsi?
We might have made whoever was on the phone a little flustered when we told them they were on the.
No,
when they
no.
were-
No,
An
no.
order is an order. Okay, this is plugged in again. Is it ringing?
Well, I have a lot of sympathy for people that work in the service industry, so
I know.
mistakes.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi there. How are you? So
Doing all right? How are you?
we just called and had ordered food. Remember from the radio station?
Okay.
So we did not get our sodas. What kind of soda did we order?
We ordered a 2-liter Pepsi
We
and
ordered
cups.
a 2-liter Pepsi, and we didn't get cups with that either. So I don't know.
Unfortunately, you need to...
Driver must have forgotten to grab it on his way out.
Can you call him because he just left?
Okay, sure. So
Oh.
he forgot to bring the Pepsi. Was there anything else missing?
And the cups.
cups for it, since we don't all want to drink out of the same bottle together.
All right, just 1 second, please.
But the garlic bread is good so far. Okay.
I used to hate that being on the street
Right.
and just passing the bottle down.
Really.
So if you could grab him, that would be great because he did
When
just
Rich
leave.
lived in the
Sounds like
Bowery,
you went to the
Yeah.
other line.
When all my buddies and I would just lay there on that nice hot grate and just pass the,
on the steam grate.
you know, Newsweek had a party once at this bar that had an upper floor and had a big window.
That was
And
that strip bar they used to.
There was
Did you work when you were at Newsweek? We would
No.
just hear his tales of partying.
there was a guy
I'm jealous.
there was a guy laying on a grate outside.
Oh.
So I kept ordering him.
I'll take some sauce.
I
too,
kept
please.
ordering martinis and taking them down to him and saying, "Here, would you like this? Would you like that?" After about the 5th martini, I took him a beer. He goes, "Oh, thank God, finally a real drink."
I'm sorry. After 5 martinis, you know how big is the martini glass?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's one of those phony martinis. It's not a real one. It's only got like 3 drops of liquid with it.
You're drinking 5 martinis. You're at the
said-
space
The
where.
guy said,
Hi,
"Oh,
my
thank
name
you.
is.
Thank you for a real drink."
You're up for a date.
Hello. We're still on.
No, yeah, he just walked away.
He's calling the driver.
Oh,
He's
we're
trying.
on hold. Let's see our pizza now. Let's see what the pizza looks
See
like.
here.
Yeah, now it's
there
nice
it
and
is.
cold.
There.
You
Hey,
wanna
this
see
looks
it?
like
There it
one of
is.
your pen and ink drawings, as you call them, right? Everything's yes.
Hey, so, yeah, the driver forgot to grab soda on his way out, so I just gave him a call. He's not too far away, so as he gets back here, we'll get him set up with sodas and cups, and he'll head out with them, okay?
Okay, good. Thank you. Don't forget cups too. Thanks. That's okay. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So when you're ordering stuff, always make sure you double order, second order, and check the bag before the
Well,
bag leaves.
yeah, we should have never
All right,
never
let's
let
see
him
what our
out.
pizza looks like. Okay, thin crust.
Ooh, there you go, kids.
How's it look?
Looks good.
Looks good enough to eat.
Can we see it on the camera? There we go.
Yeah, we can see it. We'd like to eat it though.
On plain cheese.
Something's getting in the way of the pizza shot, or some things.
All right, I'm gonna pass it around. Take one, pass it around. It is a thin crust pizza. I think it could be cooked a little better, a little bit more crispy on the bottom. Go ahead, pass it. Here you go. Doesn't it
Yeah,
smell good,
it-
Richard?
it's-
You're not even tempted by the smell.
Nah, not at all.
Hey, thin crust is supposed to be crust pizza. It's supposed to be.
You lost your
Uh-oh.
napkin.
You're trying to get me to bend over, Richard.
Here you go, buddy. Did I just hear that? I think I did.
He does it every show.
Look at him smiling, old
Last week he
fart.
was trying to make me sit next to him. He said that the camera didn't work. We're standing side by side. You couldn't see us. That's hilarious.
Well, folks, this is freeform radio.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool
And
about
it's-
it. You
this
don't
is-
know what to expect
This
when you
is
turn
really
this on.
exciting radio, I'll tell you.
Hey,
It is. Get used to it.
let's talk about our sponsors.
That's right.
Yeah.
First and foremost, we want to give thanks. Sounds like I'm
Just
saying
for
a
being
blessing
nominated.
to my parents.
Everybody already started
Thank you,
eating.
God.
Go ahead, Rich. You can not talk about all our sponsors because you have it
Because
all.
he doesn't have anything in his mouth.
Since you're not eating. Sure, he does. Teeth. They're not his, but
They come out at
How
night.
about this poor kid has to come back in the door here?
They're like stars. They come out at night. Yeah.
I don't know. You know, and your smile is looking back at you from the from the
The
stand.
glass. No, that glass water.
All right, go ahead.
So who are our sponsors here?
What'd you call me? Gourdhead.
Goat head.
Gord, are we in Canada? Hey, Gord, that's a takeoff there.
I don't know. Anyway, we just want to thank Flemington Car and Truck Country because we are in the Flemington Car and Truck Country Broadcast Center at 127 Main Street here.
Studio A.
In historical Flemington.
I think hysterical kind of pegs it.
The sauce is good. I got to tell you, the sauce is good.
And the pizza's good, just not as crispy as it
The
should be.
peach is good. It could have been cooked a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Right?
Good trick to make sure you always get good crispy pizza. Ask for it well done.
Interesting.
When I was a kid, we used to always order
You were
Tree,
never a
Tree
kid.
Tavern pizza. They still sell it. Did you ever see
Tree
it in the box?
Tavern, yeah.
A square box. And if you ever read the back of a box, even back then, it said, the secret to a good pizza is a hot oven.
Or a good woman.
Yeah.
Or maybe just an oven, if you have an oven, would work.
Right.
All right, so I think the pizza's good. It's good. It could be a little crispier, right? So, yeah, well, I always get mine well done, too. But some people don't like it like that.
So what's the difference between a pizza and a tomato pie?
Oh, you know who has good tomato pies? New Hope. There's a place in New Hope. Just tomatoes.
You know, I'll tell you, there's a joke, and I can't repeat it on the air. What's the difference between a pizza and I can't say?
I think I know where you're going with this.
I can't.
I think you better stop going.
I can't say it on the air because it's really disgusting.
He always does this half a story. Like, what was the point of even saying
Leaves
it?
you
He's
hanging.
giggling.
Why would you
He's
even bring it
giggling
up?
like a schoolgirl.
Because as soon as you said that, that's
Jeez.
I've never heard it.
I've never
What
heard
is
it.
it, Richard? Tell me.
If it's going where I
Oh,
think it
here's
is,
your
it's
ride.
definitely-
Here's your ride. Richard's ride is here.
The paddy wagon's here. Rich's
Pizza's good.
taxi.
I
The
like their
thought
pizza. I
police
would
are
get their
coming.
pizza.
Let me
Yeah.
have another slice. I'll have to try again.
Let's see what your sandwich looks like. Open up the chicken parm.
Get your sandwich out.
Let's see what that
Or,
looks
as
like.
they say in Total Way, your sandwich.
sandwich, yeah.
And for our listeners in the Ukraine, that is two pieces of bread separated by some type
This
of
is a
meat
good pizza,
filling.
and I like the sauce a lot. The
It's
sauce
called
is
a
delicious.
sandwich. Sandwich. The secret word is, remember that with Alan Lunt? What was that?
Password.
Password.
Yes, remember the Odd Couple was on it? Do you remember in the Felix and Oscar? Lead.
The sandwich is
Correctly.
well wrapped.
All right, let's see the sandwich. Here we go. Little chicken parm.
Yep.
Watch, you're going to keep unwrapping. It's not in there.
There's enough aluminum to
just
make an
more-
Airstream trailer. Yeah.
It's just more aluminum foil.
Let's see what it looks
Let's
I
see.
know, it's got a weird color
Open it
going
up.
there.
Oh, that's
Yep.
the sauce, and it looks like we actually have mozzarella, I believe, cheese. We got.
Don't be poking at it.
Let's see
What are you
it
doing?
looks
It's
like.
my
Open it up so we
sandwich.
can put
Oh,
it
okay,
on.
you can poke at
You
it.
guys, you guys want to try some?
No, he washed
No,
his
just
hands.
wanna see what it looks
We just
like
want
on
to
the
see. We
inside.
just
Well-
want to examine it.
On the inside,
Okay.
there we go.
That looks like a
put
nice
it on
sandwich.
camera.
Looks good.
Split it open there.
Looks good.
There you go.
Critique the sandwich completely.
Got chicken. It's got
Excellent.
sauce, and it's got.
And it's got enough aluminum foil to make an Airstream trailer. Jeez. Somebody got crazy with the aluminum foil roll there. Must have an Alcoa.
Richard, now how's your boy doing? What's going on with school there? Richard's son is a big karate guy.
You know what? Today,
Taekwondo.
he had to go to Linden and be observed teaching. This was one of his tests. So he was a little nervous. He created a whole lesson plan and all this kind of stuff and had to go and be observed. It's one of the steps.
Is he doing the intern now? He's not that far along yet, right? No.
He'll graduate in December, next December.
Because then he has to spend one in the classroom.
Yeah, that's what he just did.
Oh, he's in there now?
Yeah.
Oh, what grade does he have?
You know, it's middle school, probably sixth.
Okay.
Wow.
He
Seventh
likes-
and eighth grade are the tough grades.
He likes the middle school. He doesn't like elementary.
Why not?
Can't said these kids don't. Their attention
They're all
span
kids.
is gone. Yeah, you start talking.
Tracy and I used to substitute together. Did you know that, Rich?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, sure. We were fellow
I
substitutees.
substituted at Polytech. The graphics arts.
I thought for a punching bag or something.
I'll tell you what.
He had a good time there. He liked it.
Oh yeah.
Right?
That's when I said I'd never do this again.
Really?
I had one couple. We had a dark room. One couple. I constantly had to go back and get them out of the dark room.
I'm jealous. Maybe I'll take that class.
Then there was a door to the outside of the school, and I had to go out and grab all the guys who were smoking out there. It was like I'm babysitting a bunch
At least
of
they
these-
didn't burn the building
Do you
down.
remember when you could smoke in school?
Yeah, I had a pass
was
for the
not a-
smoking
I was
lounge,
not a
but I wasn't a
smoker.
smoker, but I
Sorry,
had a
Jim.
pass so I could go in and watch everybody else smoke.
Yeah, that was amazing back then. They actually had smoking areas. This was long before you.
Smoking
back in the
lounge.
80s. It
You
was
get
in
a
the
pass.
80s. You were allowed to. You could smoke in school. I was not a smoker, but
I'll tell this story. Maybe I shouldn't. But
here we go. Another one. Richard, so glad you're
Well,
here.
I'm gonna tell you
You have so
two-
much input.
a girl,
2 paragraphs of a 3-page story.
a girl came in. Her friends were in the class. The girl came in and had a pass. She was supposed to be in study hall, but she got a pass to come. And she said, "I like to draw." I said, "Okay, fine. You can stay." And so I'm walking around. They're all kind of giggling, and she's drawing a picture of a naked woman on her hands and knees. And I said, "What are you drawing?" She said, "Oh, maybe you don't want to
Why
see
don't you
this."
let her sit at the table and draw it?
I said, maybe you don't want to see this. And
Bum, bum.
I said, "No, I'll take a look at it." And she said, "Well, I'm sorry, but this is the way I like to have sex." And now they were all, oh yeah, they were all setting me
By
up.
drawing?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, oh.
So they're all setting me up. So what did I say? Well, maybe we should go to the library and get a book on anatomy because the arms are too long, and the legs
Oh.
after the knees are too long. Maybe we should just go and let's redraw this and draw it right. She said, "I think I'm going back to study hall." And
You
she
know what?
laughed.
That was the best way to answer it, though.
Yeah,
I had
very
one, I
nice.
worked with
Yeah.
one kid.
And
I love
I thought I saw all the friends just looking to see what I was going to do.
kids
And I
can be
thought-
brutal.
And I thought, yeah, you're not getting me, guys. You're not getting me.
Rich goes, I draw them all the time, and it doesn't look anything like that.
Were you invited back to the school to sub after that, Dad?
Yeah, I actually ended up subbing for CAD.
For a cat?
CAD,
Oh,
computer assisted drafting.
Drafting.
Is it drawing or drafting? I don't know which it is.
you're going to do a web page for me, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I was just thinking about
Man, that came in. Jesus. Another Zeppelin came
Well,
in.
no, he's talking
What the
about
hell was that?
Yeah.
he's talking about his graphic art skills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. That's a good. It was not a non sequitur.
Just a little lead in
But-
there.
Just
yeah.
we were on a different
Sidebar.
page.
I'm kind of worried now because I was talking about a girl drawing a naked woman on her hands and
Don't
knees.
go over
And
this.
she says, "You're going to do a web page for me." What's going to be on that page?
I don't know, but I'll be the first in line to watch it.
I went snow tubing 2 weeks ago. It was a lot of fun. Have you been? It was a lot of fun.
Notice the way she changed the subject,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like that.
Have you been?
Snow tubing?
You should go. You need a nice day to just have fun, Bruce.
I know. But snow tubing's not how I'm going to do it. It's on the list, but not on the first
You know what? The
page.
weather's been so nice. It was like we were out there in just jeans and it was fun. None of that
And
heavy
tubes.
stuff.
Just jeans and tubes.
Exactly. It was great.
Nice. Well, I'm not going there. It's awful
Easy.
tempting. It's awfully tempting. I don't know. I'm not.
All
I'm
right.
being respectful.
I heard a good joke the other day.
There you go. She's not going to tell us, though.
The Italian, there was an Irish wedding. And
You're
the
Irish, so you
The
can
preacher
tell us.
says to all the married men out there, please rise and stand next to the person who's made one of the biggest impacts on your life, most meaningful days.
Uh-oh.
Bartender was almost crushed to death.
Rich wrote that.
Yeah, when
All right, folks. Nothing more to be seen
See,
here.
that's
Move
what-
along.
No,
If
when
you
It's about
bring
your
up something,
business.
you have to complete the sentence.
That's
When
right.
I-
You'll move along now. There's nothing more to be seen.
when I had that show in Washington D.C. and Hillary Clinton was the host, all these people
yeah, your
came.
buddy.
All these people came, and people were saying to me, "Who's that girl there?" I said, "Oh, that's my bartender."
Miss Piggy.
I don't go anywhere without her. It was the bartender from one of the places I used to hang out in who said, "Oh, I'd love to come."
Not to go into politics because we disagree, but
We
did you-
disagree.
How do you know?
You don't even know.
Did you see that Hillary Clinton worked on the Watergate and she was fired?
Yeah, no kidding.
I didn't know that.
Yes, she was.
Hillary worked at Watergate.
Yeah.
Yeah, she worked on
And
that. And
she
she
got
lied.
She does that every time she opens her mouth.
Exactly. Easy. Richard's a fan.
No, she's an old friend of mine. That's all.
I know.
You're going to let friendship get in the way of
Look, he's
politics?
tapping already.
I've got photos. I got all the.
He's got his body
Well,
language.
maybe she'll invite you into the White House when she's president.
Or the federal penitentiary.
But remember, most people the Clintons associate ended up like Vince Foster. Oops.
All right.
Look at him. I got him stopped now.
So, did anybody see the O.J. Simpson movie? Did anybody watch it? It's like such a big deal. It's on now. Did you watch it?
No, the story of.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the old.
Like, we already know it. Like, why do we need to? And it's
I'm
just,
not going to patronize
the
that.
Kardashians are trying to get in on it now.
What? What do they have to do with it?
Chris was friends with them, or so. They're just such bad role models. Those people. They're saying that maybe she knew. I don't know.
That tells you how inbred that whole LA scene is.
Why are they allowed on TV? Who authorized? Who green-lighted anything from the
That's
last
my
10
point.
years?
That's my point. Who are they?
Oh, nothing. They make
They're
sex
nothing.
films.
They're
That's
famous
it.
for being famous for being famous.
For being trash.
Right. Yep.
Remember, and you know what? Not that everyone has to have some type of platform or anything. Just because you're wealthy doesn't mean you have to stand up or have any cause. But they have a chance to have, to make a positive impact on young kids because that's their fan base.
Mm-hmm.
That type of thing. Remember, they went to Lebanon. They were going to stand up for their people, and then they didn't give them enough
Money.
Yeah, they didn't give them enough money, and then that was it. You never heard about that again either. But what is the draw? Like, I get People magazine. I actually just stopped ordering it because All People magazine ever has. What did they have? When David Bowie died, they had somebody completely different on the front cover. Like, that guy's an icon. He made a difference in the arts, contributed something to something, and I think it was either one of the Dugars, those disgusting people, or the Kardashians were on the front on
Who
the
are
cover.
the Dugars?
That's the religious sect. Remember, they just keep having shows. There's 18.
Oh, that's those people that have all those kids.
Yes. And then the son
That's really sick.
was having, I don't know, he just turned out to be, a shady guy.
But weren't most of the kids adopted?
No.
Okay,
No,
there's
they were
another
just
family
bred.
that's got a whole bunch of adopted kids, too. But the
I don't
Dugars-
know.
Let's be practical here.
But again, they just keep covering them. Like they're supposed to be religious, and then the son
Because
is
it's a freak show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. We're exploiting a freak show.
What did he do? I don't know what he did. Something,
By the way, folks, you're listening to Jersey Talk Radio, and this is That's Entertainment.
Sister.
What about your sister?
He molested his sister.
That's right. He molested 3 of his sisters. That's what
Oh,
happened.
I thought it was just one.
No, it was 3 of them.
See,
and then they
you
started,
missed it because you were dating at the time.
It was just one of those, more unethical and, in my book, but
It's like
not that
watching
I'm the
a
moral
show
compass
about
for anyone.
Honey Boo Boo.
But who keeps
Oh,
covering
God.
this stuff? Yeah, Honey Boo. And then she was on that marriage, the woman, she was on marriage what's that, marriage therapy? Marriage boot camp. And then her boyfriend, what is his name? Teddy Bear.
What kind of a TV does she have? I've never heard of
You've
it.
never, I don't watch any reality shows. I do not like reality.
You're not
was
missing
it?
much, Rich.
You're not.
The only one I wanted to watch was that Naked Dating show. Which
My
is
daughter watched that. She
Are
was
you
hilarious.
kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there was a problem with the TV.
I could say a lot of things about that. But
I threw my
Did
TV
you watch
out.
it? Did you
No, I
watch
didn't
Naked
watch
and
it.
Dating?
Come on. Jeez, can you get any more salacious than that? I mean, come on. It's just stupid.
I don't know. I like what
What
is
is
there,
the-
what is there left to discover
I just wanted to be
about
on the
someone
crew
at
for that.
point?
That's
Yeah.
all I
Would
wanted.
you really want to?
Sure.
Well, they got sued too.
You
There
should
was a
see what I
girl-
have to shoot
One
every
of her
day.
breasts was exposed on TV. Here comes our. Hey, he's back. Pizza. That's okay. How are you? Here's your soda and cups. Excellent.
There
Thanks
you
so
go.
much.
Thanks.
Thank you. She sued them for like $1 million because one of her breasts was exposed or something on something. Her nipple
Well, isn't
or
that what the
something.
whole show was about?
Exactly.
How
but
could
they
you
weren't
not
supposed
be?
to. You're running around with a camera crew.
Was there like a Janet Jackson nipple slip? Like
Yeah,
somebody
one of
missed a
those.
step?
Hey,
Something
don't
like
use
that.
that word around me.
It's a clean family show.
Jeez. The first time we invite him on
That's
here,
a
and he
part of
dirties the whole
that's
show
a
up.
part of
All right,
anatomy.
what do you-
No, that is a part of
Oh,
anatomy.
sit over there in Dayton, will you?
Yeah, don't bring up Ohio. Oh, snooze, hi-yo. All right, so what do you think about
Ohio. It's a gateway to Indiana. It says it on the license plates.
what do you think about the Super Bowl, the Beyonce thing?
Oh, you know what? I think that's really creepy. That's scary stuff.
The
When-
cops are now coming back saying, we don't want to be protection for your show, and I don't blame them.
That is
You're
so
on your own. Hire
inappropriate.
your own security guards.
You're not talking about having the United Way snuck in there, or the Red Cross.
I don't
Or
like
the-
soda, but thank you.
Okay.
Richard doesn't either. We're not Pepsi people.
No, I'll try Pepsi.
Mm.
I'm thirsty.
Trader.
He hasn't had enough high fructose corn syrup.
Coca-Cola.
today.
He's out on
I didn't
yeah,
bring a Coke
endorsement.
today.
Yeah,
Stop
really.
his endorsement
And
check.
you know, I know he's been here because there's dead Coke bottles laying all over with about a third of them in it.
Hey, speaking of which, have you sent any of your artwork to Coca-Cola?
No.
Thank you.
Why not?
Yeah, that would be cool, huh?
He should.
Yeah.
Half of his drawings have something with Coca-Cola in it, and he hasn't tried to sell them any of his stuff.
He's got my 28 Dodge on that one up there.
Does he?
Yep. That I used in my wedding. Right up there.
Where's my picture?
Oh. Which picture?
The naked one. She wasn't naked. You were naked when you painted it, though. That's the
I was gonna
real
say,
issue.
I keep that one at home. What
That's
picture are you looking for?
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
You going to do one of her?
What do you think
You do portraits?
Of
about the Super Bowl thing? Beyonce.
You saw Nicole.
I barely heard about it. I
It was
don't
an
really-
anti-cop thing.
Boy.
She was trying to do.
No, it was
Malcolm
worse
X,
than that. It
Black
was an
Panther.
anarchy thing.
Yeah, trying to do the Black Panthers. And the Black Panthers, they killed it. Was it the New Jersey State
Yeah.
Trooper that they killed?
Yeah.
Recently?
On the Super Bowl. Yeah, this is like a big deal.
No, but
Big
Black Panther,
controversial.
That happened.
I don't know how
No,
I
they
missed
didn't
it.
kill this. They didn't kill the trooper on the
No,
Super Bowl.
no.
The point
No.
is, they did
that was
a.
a long time ago.
They represented the Black Panthers in the the clothing they wore, the design of the stage.
Another
everything.
new anti-cop
Is that
song.
where she came out with the bullets?
Yes, yes.
I've only
and
seen pictures. I didn't hear anything about it because I try
Oh,
and
they
I
were
try and
bullets?
avoid. Yeah.
I'm so tired
I
of
try to
Beyonce.
avoid
Like, okay, we know you
things
wear
that
the
are
leotard. It's the same outfit every single time. Okay, we get it.
There's
Now
nothing
show
left.
another side of yourself besides
See,
that same
I'm
crap.
very proud of the fact I didn't even watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither did
I
I.
walked out of the
worked
room.
I worked 3 of them. I don't even watch it.
I
didn't
didn't
even
watch
see
it.
the commercials.
I
wanted to
walked
see
out of the
commercials.
room. I was like, you
Good
know what?
for
I
you.
cannot watch this. Cannot watch it.
What is wrong with this country?
Even my daughter said she's 9, and she said, "Ugh." She goes, "Well, the halftime show was just
It's
wrong."
the
She goes,
same as
We got to
everyone.
look at Beyonce's booty again.
The same dance routine,
Same
the same
thing.
steps, everything. You could just play back the last 3 years.
Exactly.
Truly, and it was the 50th anniversary. You wouldn't even know it if you didn't
That's
look at the
exactly
icon.
like I was thinking it was going to be something fantastic.
A retrospective or half a
Do
century
something
of
entertaining
tradition.
at least. Coldplay, you know, he
Same old-
danced around like a monkey. I don't even
At
know
least it
what
was
that was.
a decent song, but
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
a good
okay.
song.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but it's the same old stuff, over the top. You know.
They've got it down to a science. It's formulated now.
No, absolutely.
But I got to tell you, I
Can't
thought
take any risks.
No.
Can't
now,
be innovative at all.
Katy Perry's show last year I thought was good. I thought it was.
I don't remember seeing. I
Yeah,
didn't see
remember?
that
I
one
didn't
either.
see that one either.
Did you see it?
I was completely
It was cute.
drunk
Had a
at
little
the
Disney
time.
in it. She had some sharks. They're still talking about the shark guy she had on it. She still
Oh.
dressed sexy, but she still had a little family part of it. It is a family show. And I'm not all, you know, like I hardly consider myself like, you know, matronly or anything that
No, you're not.
I couldn't deal
I
with it.
consider
It's
you
not about
matronly.
that, but it's like,
Shut up. Jeez.
you know, you're just
I know that. I know that side of you.
Oh my gosh. But you're
But
right.
I don't think we have to have that shoved down our throat every single time.
Well, we get it, and you know what? It doesn't affect you if you don't watch it. That's why. I didn't.
And honestly, we'd all be in good shape. Like Caitlyn Jenner. I find that person offensive when she won the Courage Award and
She won a
and
Courage
then
Award?
coming out and saying that now I know what it feels to be like to be a woman by deciding on which dress to pick out. And I'm thinking that's not how my day is spent. Like I was offended as a woman that no, that's not how any woman feels. That's not how their day is spent.
Why? That's how I feel when I
You
pick
do?
a dress.
When you're picking out your female undergarments.
A lot of people, in the trans community are angry with Caitlyn Jenner. Actually,
Wonder
because,
why?
she's been doing some kind of pretty stupid things. Actually, I can't claim to be an expert on it in the slightest.
Got you
but
excited there, buddy?
What's the matter, Richard?
Rich is checking out on us
You
here,
didn't even
folks.
eat anything.
Really?
Here,
When
punch
you,
him
as
in
soon
the
as
back.
you mentioned Caitlyn Jenner, boy, you got all
Yeah, what? You
excited.
got a little excited there? Like a Rocky Horror thing? Do you have high heel shoes on underneath there? No, I know that. And here's someone who comes out to be courageous, but also has done nothing to help those people. Like, there's a lot of those people. They suffer a lot of mental anguish and
absolutely.
everything. Like, what those drugs cost to take to do that.
Do you
where it's-
think anybody would do that because they just want some attention?
Yeah.
I mean, that's far beyond that.
And then if that's your platform, then raise awareness for that. Do a fundraiser to get money for these people
all
to do that. if
about
they really
them. It's all about self-promotion.
Yeah.
Me, 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 me.
The
me.
worst yet.
once you get to a certain point, I think she thinks that she's doing right, but she has
Is it
no,
he or she this week?
It's all about the
It's-
money,
well,
though.
Ever since the change,
It,
it's she.
whatever. Okay.
Ever since the change, it's she. She's too wrapped up in herself. That's my opinion.
That's
She
everybody west of like Utah is too wrapped up in themselves, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that whole West Coast scene is all about self-indulgence, self-promotion. What's the point?
I don't know.
Never been out past Utah myself, so.
And where did you go to Utah for?
I want to
A
become a Mormon.
friend. I looked into the whole Mormon thing too while I was there. It wasn't really my bag.
I was.
He could live with it, but it was giving up the caffeine that really drove him over here.
Have you've been to
And the
Hollywood?
weird underwear.
You've been to Hollywood, right?
Yeah, a couple times.
You've been to Hollywood.
Many
I was
times.
very disappointed with
That's
Hollywood.
the
I was
thing.
so
Hollywood is
excited
nothing
to go
there.
there. I was so excited to go there. Like when you see it on TV, you see, like Grom's, the Chinese
Yeah.
Theater, and when I got there, it was just like
like
Skid Row.
It was. It's just like a Western dry,
I was very
arid.
traffic.
Yeah, it's just over commercialized. Dump.
I went to Huntington Beach and drove down there.
Yeah, that's
It was
not
nice.
Pasadena, that area.
I
That's
think
Huntington
so. I went
Beach.
to a ultimate fighting. One of my friend's kids was an ultimate fighter. So we
That's a
went to
bad
match.
sport, man.
Mm-hmm.
People get killed in that stuff.
Yeah, you just lost signal.
No, it's just gone to sleep, like
Oh.
Rich.
You up?
Hang out, Rich. I'm awake. I was just
Give him a Coke.
give him some more sugar. Just dropped off the cliff there. The high fructose dropped off on him.
I was thinking.
Hey, why don't we
about-
get
You were
shop-
thinking.
Hey.
Wait a second. He was
I
thinking.
was thinking when I went to Venice Beach.
Light bulb.
Oh, you didn't go
Oh,
to Venice Beach.
Yeah,
Oh,
Venice
yeah,
Beach
quite a
too.
few
What did you
times.
think of that?
Nude.
I loved the women skating.
Skating. Yeah. I thought that was another seedy place. I felt dirty
Oh, it
when I
was.
left there. I
That
just
was
wanted to take a
scummy.
shower when I walked off Venice
It's not a
Beach.
nice beach.
And here's another
Malibu's
thing.
nice.
I didn't go.
The
for
water
the
is
beach.
cold.
Well, that's what people don't understand. The Pacific's freezing, man.
The water is
It's
freezing.
Really, it's like the North Atlantic.
I did the Baywatch run to the ocean, and I got there, stuck my toes. And I was like,
She
Ran
ran right
right
across
back
the
out.
water. Hello. But it was a hell of a view on the way back. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That cold water will do it to you. By the way,
that
why
wasn't
don't-
me. That was him.
I'm just. It's in my
That's
mind's
like
eye.
Maine
It's
too.
the third eye.
You go up
saying it.
to you go up to Maine. I remember going up there when I
Oh,
was
yeah, you
a
don't
child.
go near that water.
And it was the water was. I mean, it was
Like
100
57
degrees outside.
And the water's
Stuck
51.
your toes in, you have hypothermia.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's why the lobsters are so good.
Yeah.
Because it's cold water.
cold water.
By the way, why don't we get ShopRite as a sponsor since you wear the black bear hat every show? I'm going to buy you a hat.
Yeah, we
I
need
have
to.
about 5 of them.
And why don't you get on the mic there?
I have about
In
5.
what form? Hello. Can you hear me now?
Oh, wow. Yeah, they can hear
Can you hear me now?
I heard that one.
Unfortunately, we still
All right,
got
so we
another-
need to get together next week, whatever.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about some real estate issues that have moved to the front burner. And I'll
I'm
discuss
going to
them at the-
Florida on the 9th of March, but I'll be back. I have to go. I'm evicting my tenant. It's a lot easier to evict a tenant.
Tell
in
us about your
Florida.
house down there. What do you have? You have a
It's in
condo?
West Palm Beach. It's a townhouse.
Is it for sale?
No, I rent it.
Too bad.
I rent it. It's funny. I talked to an
Because
agent
I'm
down
looking
there.
for a house.
Down there,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind moving down there. Are you
it's cheap
kidding?
to buy down there now. When I bought it, I
Cheap
bought
to
it
live
in
down there.
06. I had sold my house on the West Coast, went to the East Coast. Funny, I was talking to a guy, very knowledgeable guy down there today, and he says, "Oh, back in 04 to 06, it was a very affluent area to buy in that particular
Region.
complex."
Right.
And then what he said was, when everything crashed, everybody, it was a
Took
lot of
off.
people from up here. They took off.
Bolted.
They lost their houses, but now everything sunk, and even rentals went down there. The rental,
Yeah.
but now the rental market is very high up there, so I'll be able to get more money, which will make up for my crappy tenant that I had. But Florida eviction is a lot different than New Jersey. You can't get people out in New Jersey.
Forget it. I'll never
Forget
be a
it.
landlord again.
No, but
They-
down there, you put an eviction notice, you put it on the door. They have 3 days to respond. If they don't, court date, they're out. Whole different story down there.
Yeah, here, forget it. You couldn't get them out of the crowbar.
Yeah,
And
you
with-
can't.
I've lived in my house 33 years.
You've been squatting there for 33 years.
It's because it's an abandoned house. No water. No
It's amazing. I did an open house yesterday, and there's so many vacant houses. And I was up in Greenwich, did an open house. So I went for a walk because I got
Yeah.
a little bored. It was busy though. I had 6 people come through between 1 and 4. So their house next door, it looked like it was I was taking a walk, and I said, "Oh, looks like it's empty." And then I saw the notes on the door, and so there's somebody with me, and of course my daughter's with me. And I said, "Let's go see. Let me see the
Lockbox on it?
There was no lockbox on
It
it.
was just
the window
unlocked?
was open.
So you climbed through
So
the
I
window?
climbed through the window and went in. And it's
I hope you're
amazing how
taking
people
notes.
leave their homes. Like, it's like they just leave in the middle of the night.
Right.
I mean,
Like
there
there's
was
dishes
stuff
on
everywhere. Then the pipes froze, so the water came down. But the banks don't want to let go of these houses either.
No,
they
and
will
that's
just
the
sit on
dirty
them.
little secret.
Yeah.
They are not releasing all these houses that they own because they don't want to take a hit on their books. So they're sitting on
just sit on 'em.
thousands of them out in Phoenix. I was talking to my cousin who's out there, and he used to go in and clean these before they went into foreclosure so that people would move out. Like you say, they trash the place. He'd go in, and he got paid by the bank to get them ready to put back on the market or whatever. Now they don't even do that.
No.
He said there's blocks. There's
Wells
an
Fargo
ordinance.
is the worst. I had one listed for 2 years. I had 3 contracts on it.
And
Bank
they all
wouldn't
fell
even-
through?
They didn't even call back. We never even got to that point.
Jeez.
I have heard that there are something like 10 vacant homes for every homeless person in America.
Yeah, it's funny. We can't hook that up. We can't make that connection of some way of getting people that are living on the street place. But
Richard's eyeing up the garlic bread. I think he's going to take a bite.
there you go. Come on, Rich.
Don't like?
Oh,
Do you don't
nice.
like garlic? Do you know how
He's a
good garlic
vampire.
is for you?
Oh,
Yes,
Allison
I should.
C. Allison C. is a British patent which puts the equivalent of 30 garlic capsules in every one of the 30 garlic cloves in every garlic capsule. You know how good that is for you, man?
Garlic
yeah, it's
is
supposed to be
excellent.
good
You
for
should
your
eat more
heart.
garlic.
Yeah.
It's good for everything. It's good
good
for your
for your
immune
heart.
system,
Yeah, garlic's one of the best things for you.
and it's. I just ordered it actually a couple days ago. I'll let you know how it works
Okay.
because it's odor free too. But they take whatever that active ingredient.
You know, if you rub garlic on your feet, the odor will come through to your pores. It will come out of your.
Is that
Yeah.
You'll taste it
now?
too.
I understand.
if you
Now I
you rub a-
understand.
So when you're walking around barefoot and you step in goose manure,
you'll taste it in about 30 minutes. Yeah.
The feet absorb everything. Your feet
Yep.
absorb everything. It's true.
there is a technique, a cleansing technique that does do that detoxifying of your feet, and they say it draws out a lot of.
Is
Oh,
that
the
the,
way you
is that
glue-
the
you-
patch?
the patch. Yeah, yeah.
Why
You
not?
pull them off of your feet. Are all
Completely debunked.
No,
Total
no,
scam.
no. I'm talking because you absorb through your skin. They actually give you amino acids and stuff that you absorb.
Oh, if it's an absorption thing, that's different. But
Yeah,
I
I'm
remember-
not talking about the patch.
Yeah, those patches that they turn black, and all
Yeah.
that was an active ingredient that when it reacts with the sweat of your skin, it
Turns black.
Look at all the toxins coming in. Total scam.
Thank God we got somebody here that knows what they're talking
Exactly. Some
Well,
one
that'll
of us
make one
does.
of us.
So you know what I did this weekend?
Wow.
So
Did you go to the salon?
I'm good. No. When I
You look-
speaking of healthy
You look
things,
you
you're wonderful.
you look one. You look marvelous, darling. You know, and it's so much better to look good than to feel good.
Remember, it's not how you feel; it's how you look.
It's
Anyway.
much better to look good than to feel good. you
So
know.
I needed to buy a new bed. My bed is about 9-10 years old. So,
about. Yeah, you
get
do
it Tempur-Pedic.
but you
You
know what?
do need a new bed.
I know. You
Yeah.
do. You remember the
Yeah.
other night on the nightstand, right? Anyway, so what happened was
What the hell was
beds
that?
are beds are expensive. You know what I mean? Like my last bed.
Get
was
a
probably $3,000.
Tempur-Pedic. Wait until it's on sale.
But wait,
Wait, there's more.
because you were talking about the
Buy
other
one, you
products
get
products
one
that you
free.
can buy that actually
We'll
do
give
work.
you two.
So, and I have a pillow top mattress, and I was thinking, I just don't want to spend the money on a new bed. I have to go down to Florida. I know I have spent a few $1,000s doing the rugs and everything. So what I did was, I said, let me just flip the bed anyway. You know, it's pillow top. Let's see what happens. Maybe I can get a little more time. So I flipped it over. Things hard as a rock. So I bought the 4-inch, the gel,
the foam gel.
the cooling
The
gel
gel
mat.
foam,
Oh
yeah.
my
It's
God,
unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
It's like a new mattress.
It's like a new mattress. I put it on. It's awesome. I'll get
There you
another,
go.
I'll get another
much-
year.
there
out of it.
are
I
ways
don't know
to
anything
not
about
spend
this.
thousands.
There are ways to
The
not spend thousands.
biggest
A
rip-off-
good bed is $thousands.
In the home industry, I know a guy who did a lot of research. 3 things: blinds, mattresses. You know, there's like 4 companies that own all the mattress manufacturing in the United States. You ever think of, and I know you haven't, because you don't think about things like this, Rich.
No.
Think about the names of mattress manufacturers. Sealy, Stern,
Serta.
Serta, they're all S's. They're all owned by the same conglomerate. It's a joke. $700 for a bunch of springs?
Are you really saying that because it begins with an S? Maybe
Yeah.
it just begins with an
No,
S.
no, it doesn't. You go back and there was a book that I had years ago that hasn't been updated. Who owns who, and it shows the ownership connections of companies and cross connections.
Hyundai and Kia are owned together.
That's right.
Yeah.
Same
Pfi-
company.
Pfizer is pretty scary.
Well, every pharmaceutical is scary.
Yeah. Well, Pfizer owns most of them.
Oh, does it? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, they keep buying each other up. Glaxo bought SmithKline, Burroughs Wellcome, Merck. They just merge and buy. And, Novartis.
Did
and
anybody
Sanofi.
come into the old Merck in White House? Did you ever?
No, we were having a discussion, or I was over listening to a discussion about that. It was semi-official. And there is some rumblings about something going on. There was a rumor, which was nothing but a rumor, that Google was interested in it.
Have you ever driven back there before? Have you ever been to the
I've
Merck
been in the
complex
building, yeah.
on 22?
Been in the building a number of times. I
Merck
used to
was
do-
in Rawway, started in Rawway, and then they
They're
built
still
a
there.
1,000,000 square foot
Yeah.
building.
I've been by.
Oh, over there near.
You can't get through. It's gated
523,
and
yeah.
everything. It's like you're going into the future. Like even the building looks like something being a
Looks like one of
sci-fi
those. Yeah, it looks like the man from
Spaceship or
Uncle
something.
should be shot
Yeah,
there. or
yeah, yeah,
something,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Even when you drive under, it's very cool.
Yeah.
But they
The main
moved.
entrance is underneath big,
Yeah,
cobblestone parking lot underneath.
yeah, it's
it.
beautiful. Like, but and there's like fields of solar
Yep.
panels.
And it's all left natural going into it and everything. So
Speaking of solar panels, I just don't get the whole solar panel thing. Do you have solar panels on your house?
No.
Do you, Bruce?
no, but I've done a lot of research on solar,
And?
here's the thing that's bizarre. If when I used to go flying almost every night when I had my plane out there at Sky Manor, and the stupidest missing of what should be going. Look, we could invest money in solar, but it should be on every flat roof of every commercial building that's out there. You shouldn't take raw land and put a solar farm on it and take it. I mean, like right here along 202, that's a silly waste of land, of good, profitable, usable land. Put it on top of the building. Now, the whole solar thing, yeah, it may not make...
And you preserve the roof too. You don't have to put a new roof on your
well,
house.
protects the roof because it puts it on. It's dead space. I predict, if we're all alive long enough to remember this, that you will be selling on the stock market roof rights to solar companies because it will get so cheap to do it that it'll be very profitable, and everybody will want to sell that space on your roof to a solar company or do it yourself.
Untapped market.
Huh?
It's an untapped market.
Absolutely. It inevitably. Now, solar just came down another 30 cents.
But listen, it costs $30,000 to put these panels on your roof.
Oh,
to,
it's not
to save your
feasible, no.
electrical bill. Number one, if your power goes down, say you have a snowstorm, your power, it doesn't do anything. You still don't have power, I believe.
No, you do.
You do.
Unless the panels are covered or it's cloudy.
But on the other hand,
There's ways around that.
$30,000. How? I'm not going to spend that on my electric bill in a lifetime.
No, it would take you 20 or 30 years to pay it back if it
Yeah.
wasn't subsidized. So, but here's the thing.
So I don't get it. Is my point. I could see a large corporation, but spend $30,000 on that.
It's partially if you're concerned
absolutely
about
right
your
about it.
carbon footprint. You want to make sure
Well-
you could. Well, a good thing about that is though you can, if you set it up right, you can sell the energy back to the grid. and make
Well,
more
that's all
money.
going
Okay,
away.
yeah.
That's almost non-existent anymore. The net metering is going away. They've taken all the incentives off. It's all about politics and money. There's nothing wrong with investing money reasonably as a society. I think this is my opinion in alternative energy because it takes inevitably it'll make an impact. For example, I can remember a study a couple years ago. I think it was the city of Birmingham switched all of their stoplights to LEDs. They saved $200,000 a year just in
Different
electric.
story. Just like your TV. If you have an old TV,
Sure.
cost you more money to
So
run
my
that than
point
a flat
is,
one.
but with solar is if you start replacing renewable that doesn't pollute, doesn't know, really no infrastructure. Yes, it's expensive, but where it's appropriate, as it's appropriate, you start switching that over. You take more and more of the load off. Then we don't have to have as many coal-fired power plants. Now, I have interviewed and most of the people. You want to talk about that whole carbon footprint and is global warming and all that nonsense. The fact of the matter is, there's no doubt that 6 billion people burning wood and running cars and generating electricity has an impact on the CO2 levels in the environment. But the greatest, by monumentally greater impact for global warming, is caused by the solar winds, and the problem is these are cycles that really aren't. I mean, we do impact it. We impact it a very small amount. That doesn't mean you should ignore it by any means. 'Cause
Even that
pollution-
small amount, though, can drastically change our lives in ways that we could never have predicted.
Did you
Well-
ever see George Carlin? Remember
I love George
Carlin?
Carlin.
Remember-
I had the great fortune of seeing one of his last live performances a couple months before he died.
He was hysterical. Do you remember the thing he did on the plastic bag?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, plastic
He
bags.
said, "In all my life, as big as the earth is, that one
One
plastic,
plastic bag.
Yeah, funny.
But then you realize, and it's funny because I did a documentary in 1977 on water usage. The fact that the U.S. alone uses enough plastic water bottles to go to the moon around the world
yeah.
29 times. What? Jeez.
Every year.
But here's the thing that my dad used to say. Back then it was 4 billion or 3 billion people or 5 billion. 5 billion people are going to leave a bit of a footprint. Get used to it, all right? There's no way to avoid that. I mean, when you have unchecked population growth, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse.
I think that's why more than ever we need to try and do something, though.
Well, here's the
Probably
problem.
for
When
your-
you have
for
a
your
corrupt
generation.
government system that really doesn't reflect the desires of the people, when you have multinational corporations, when politicians are bought and sold in the most powerful country in the world, you're not going to get any resolution to it. Because what people mandate, what people want is never going to happen because you're irrelevant. And that's really unfortunate that if a mandate was to be made to do that, which I think makes good sense in the long term, give you a perfect example of what I think that means. And Tracy's over there ready to kill me, I know.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting
I
here.
know, but you're just thinking about it, and you're getting ready to. Think about 200 years ago, if they hadn't set aside that space in New York City for Central Park, there wouldn't be one green spot in the whole island of Manhattan. So, forward thinking about the environment, really, we won't see any.
Richard spent a lot of time jogging in Central Park when you lived there.
No,
right?
he
Didn't
he spent a lot of time mugging in
Mugging in Central Park.
you?
and
Your
that's not
picture-
smiling
your
for
picture was
pictures.
spread all over the park. Did you see that movie, The Day After Tomorrow? Did you ever see that?
Yes.
It was one of Al
Yes.
Gore's things.
Yeah,
You know, what'd you think of that movie?
I thought it was entertaining.
Yeah.
Well, there's no doubt that his point that he made about population growth, somebody better do something about that. It can't continue to go up. And we're going to add another billion people by 2050.
I hate to say this, and I've had this debate with other
Please
people
do.
before. This is crazy, but I honestly believe that, I can't say God. There is some force of nature, if you will. Leaving God aside, that causes that will work out mankind's issues. Like now, all these new diseases come into place.
Oh, I
which
think
starts to break
Gaia
the
will flush the
popula-
toilet.
Which will
Oh yeah.
starts to break down populations. Like,
Oh, I think they'll cull the herd
but
one way or
man
the
is
other.
smarter and then defeats these things like AIDS. That was a big thing that was taking out a lot of people. And now there's this other. What's the virus that's
Yeah.
out there now? It's not. It causes.
I call it the Beetlejuice virus.
Yeah, no,
Are
but
you
it
talking about
causes
Zika?
Zika. Like they're urging women not to go
One from Brazil.
travel to Mexico
Yeah.
because it causes this where the brain does not grow. So I mean that's going to not eliminate a lot of people, but it's just another interference from nature.
I got that 68 years ago.
Yeah.
Me too. I look like that guy in Beetlejuice sitting in the
I
waiting
love
room.
Beetlejuice.
With
One
the
of my
little guy
favorites,
with
the
in the
little
waiting
head
room.
switches the numbers. I love Beetlejuice. That's a great movie.
That's
great,
the
great
creepiest little guy going. Hey, how you doing there? What's up, Lenny?
Movie. Yeah, Michael Keaton. He
He's
made it.
the
He made a
best, man.
comeback.
He was great in that movie.
Yeah, he was great. Remember he took a beating in after he did Batman.
Batman.
What was it? He wanted more money.
Yep.
The original Batman, and then he
It was
was.
before your time.
It was
I grew up watching that. I was
yeah, you were probably around.
I've still got the VHS.
Yeah.
that was one of my favorite.
Oh,
movies
you're
growing
his
up.
hero then. He'd like to buy it for his collection. He's got Super 8 movies.
Oh wow.
That was a great Batman, though. But then he wanted more. What was it that he got blackballed from Hollywood for years?
Why?
He wanted more money or something. He didn't want to do Batman too.
Well,
What
everybody
was
in
it?
Hollywood wants more money.
And you and I disagreed last year or 2 years ago. What was it? Oh, by the way, I'm going to hand us Academy Award ballots. I'm going to get them so we can vote on them, and
don't
we're going
even
to talk
know.
about it next Monday.
Oh, next
The
Monday.
Academy Awards are Sunday,
Next Monday.
so you'll need to give me your email address as
Are
well.
you going to be at the?
Sure thing.
Okay, you're going to be here next Monday, right?
If I can help it.
Oh,
I haven't heard anything from him, so we should talk about that off the air.
what?
Okay.
From who?
Me.
Well, we had a possible live event, but we haven't had any cooperation from
Yeah,
the
we
venue.
need to get out there.
And I'm sorry.
Yes.
I
And
won't.
grow.
I won't.
No,
be
he's
around.
not going to be here.
I won't be around next Monday.
Where are you going to be?
He's got a parole hearing.
Yeah,
Did you break your parole? Well, are we going to be here?
my wife's having a biopsy.
Maybe. You and I will talk about that after the
Okay,
year.
well,
it
let me
depends
know.
on this other issue.
My wife's having a biopsy on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Not funny.
Well, we hope that goes well.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But he still has a parole hearing.
How's that? Is that going to interfere?
I'm going to.
we
they-
doing
they-
PO?
He's
they
got to wear
changed
that
it to
ankle
morning.
bracelet.
They changed it to the morning.
That's
so-
what that noise,
so I
that
could go
digital
with it.
noise, is. It was his ankle bracelet.
So I could go with her
Or the
for the
plate in his
biopsy.
head. I don't know. He's got a plate he puts the electrodes on.
Oh.
Here, barkeep. How do you know? So what movie did you see besides Lucy? That's it?
I don't know. I thought I said something else. but
Would
I
you
don't
have
remember.
gone to see Star Wars with me?
Uh,
No, you wouldn't. That's why I didn't even.
I don't
Look,
know.
I called
I'm
you. You
not
don't
a
even
sci-fi
answer.
person.
But you don't even answer
I
the
never
phone
saw
when
the
I call.
first one. I did. I was on an open house yesterday. I had a lot of people, and I figured I'd see you today and we would talk. But
It's
we'll
cool.
talk again.
Ah,
I know
it's
he's mad.
okay.
He's bitter.
No, I'm not. No, it's cool. I understand. I'm so bad I can't even talk to telemarketers. They hang up on me.
Which movie theater did you go see it?
I didn't go see it.
Oh, you
I
didn't
didn't have anybody
Okay.
to go with. I don't want to go in
we
here
can
like
still
that.
find
So
a place
they
where
think
it
I'm
is.
like
I'll
a
go
child
again.
molester or
Call me
something.
during the day. I'll go see a movie with during
You know,
the
just because I wear a raincoat.
Yeah.
I went to one of the first showings on Thursday, dressed as a Jedi with my friend.
There you go.
That's
we have,
not right.
We have really expensive lightsabers that we duel each other with. We were dueling. There's
Oh, that's good. At
shot it.
night, you went to at night.
Oh,
to a
yeah.
night show. Was this like? Was everybody getting dressed up? Or
Oh yeah, there were some people in costume there.
Okay, that's cool. That's like Rocky Horror. Remember Rocky Horror Picture Show?
A
Everybody
toast.
dressed up? Yeah.
That's my.
And how did it go over? You guys had good costumes?
Oh yeah, I think so. We were,
Okay.
it was just whatever we could throw together, but the lightsabers really made it.
Where
We get
Where did you get the lightsaber?
ultrasabers.com.
Oh, you got them online, so you got the real deal.
Hey, hey now.
Good.
Maybe they'd like to advertise.
Hey, I want to tell you
Do you have
though.
a lightsaber at home?
No, Richard and I went to the premiere of Pee Wee's Big Adventure. Dressed like
I love
we
Pee-wee's
dressed like
Big
Cherry, and I went as pterodactyl.
Pee Wee's coming up with a new movie on
Pee-wee, I am
Netflix
not
It's a
afraid.
new movie.
with Joe Manganiello.
Yeah.
Manganiello.
Pee-wee,
however-
I am not afraid. Pterodactyl, man.
He got a raw deal. That guy.
That was
he
an
wasn't doing anything
incredibly
wrong.
complex show to produce.
It's a great show.
And it was very creative and very intricate. You remember Beekman's World?
Sort of.
One of my favorite shows, man. And the guy that played the rat was a cameraman, and he and this is a true story. You got to go look up Beekman's World. I'll bring it up
I
on the
remember
computer.
the title a little
It was a
bit.
great show. It was so funny.
Was it on like PBS or something?
It might have been Beekman's World. Here it is. It was a series of 1992. It was hilarious, man.
I think I remember.
Was it
that.
animated?
No, it was there. He is. Look at this
See.
dude, and it was
Yeah,
very
they give it
fast.
an 8.5 on.
Was it a
All
Saturday morning show?
Yeah, and it
Okay.
was
So
all
you
kinds
were
of
watching
science.
Saturday
Oh, I
morning
remember
cartoons.
that.
Because this guy Reitzman, who was the rat, was one of the cameramen. So they
Okay.
said we need a guy to play the rat. And he goes, "Is it more money? I'll do it." So he just died, but it was so funny. Like this guy had like real hairy arms and shit, and he didn't give a damn about the show. He was just one of the guys. He's wearing his wristwatch and stuff. He's just like,
Did you watch it too?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Have you watched it?
I remember growing up watching that.
here he is, and here he is. Look, he's got his.
I never saw that. Show.
He's
Oh,
got
this is the guy?
tattoos and stuff. He's wearing a T-shirt under the rat costume.
I remember. Oh my god.
I swear
I
to you.
never saw it.
Kind of was he came on. Beekman came on like a little while after Bill Nye got off the air. Were they on the air?
Well,
at the
yeah,
same time?
he was a funny Bill Nye. I mean,
Yeah.
Bill Nye was Bill Nye was nothing like Beekman, and the girl was hilarious, and it was really cut real fast. It was a very fast show, but it was just hilarious, man. You got to look. I get a look on his face.
That's like the
He-
dog show. Did you ever see the dog show? The guy's dressed as a dog.
Dog-
What was that show?
I forget, but it was funny.
I don't know that one.
It's a grown-up guy walking around in
Running
a
a
dog
dog-
suit.
Yeah, it was a funny show.
I watched it a couple times. It was
Pretty
kind of
funny.
funny.
I only
Yeah,
caught
yeah.
it a couple of times, but it was funny. It was a
What the heck
guy.
was the name of that?
Something.
I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway, Beekman's World is one of my all-time favorite shows because it was so creative and so well, and there was all kinds of sound effects edited into it.
Pee Wee's Playhouse was very well put
Oh, that was a
together.
great show.
Yeah.
That was a tough show to put
It
together,
was
man.
really well put together.
Yeah.
They
And-
should put that show back. It was a learning show. They had the word of the day. Remember, everybody would scream.
Yeah, and then all.
He just got a raw deal. So what? Who cares what he was doing? He
Well,
was
he got a
he was
raw
not
something.
bothering children.
Exactly.
He was in a porno movie theater. Who cares what he was doing? Half the people in there probably doing
Well,
the same thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Rich was in that
he
same
got-
theater. They didn't
I
run
was
him out.
sitting
When you
right-
were sitting,
I
you were
was
sitting a
sitting
couple
right
seats
beside
down,
him.
right?
He's the one that ratted him out.
They went after him.
Isn't that Paul Rubens? There he is. There's
Yeah.
Pee Wee.
They had him caught, and then he said, "No, it's that guy over there."
No, somebody said that
But
Paul Rubens
Pee-wee.
in there. Get him. That's it.
That's all. That's what it was.
Yep.
But he wasn't doing anything. He wasn't hurting anybody. He was just.
I agree. But
I still don't know what the big deal was about that. That's all I'm saying. Can't say anything else.
It's because he was famous and
Yeah.
that's right. That's what they went after. They went after him
That's
because of who he was.
That's why they ran me off the air.
I still don't know what he did wrong. So, Bruce, where are you? Where are you working? What shows are you doing?
Well, we just finished up another month's worth of the kitchen.
Okay.
I've been doing some corporate town hall. I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing camera for. I think a PBS thing in New York
Well,
on
which one?
Thursday. I don't know. You know, I don't tell you a lot of this stuff
You
until
don't
you
do
get
Chopped or anything?
there. No, I'm not on Chopped. I haven't really pursued trying to get more of the Food Network stuff.
Yeah. Well, let me know when you do a good one.
I'll try.
Liv wants to see Chopped.
Oh, well, I can get you in if you want to get in and watch Chops because
Yeah,
all
but
the
can we
guys on the
get
group.
backstage or anything and see how it works?
If I'm not there,
Yeah, that's because
the
that's just
problem.
it. We want to go back and deal with it.
All right, well,
But
I'll
we
try.
could get in and see it. Maybe we'll just go see it then.
Well, if I tell, I don't know who's on Chopped. Who's the host on it? Jeffrey
What was the
Zakarian.
other one that they liked? Chopped or I don't know. Just one of the other ones.
I'm doing. Actually, I'm going to be in Cincinnati for 4 days.
Oh, there you go. Richard will be in the back seat.
No,
Ohio.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's
not
a
Dayton.
nice town.
Nice town.
It
Yeah.
actually
Louisville.
is a nice town. I was
You
in
want to
Bowling,
go?
Bowling
I got to go out
Green.
there for WebMD. Do a conference. They fly me out one day, setup day, show day, and then fly back to.
It's
so
a
it's
nice
4
little
days.
city.
You want to go?
I can't go. I got to live here.
Oh,
I
well,
would
that's
like,
all right.
yeah.
Bring
I would have
her.
loved to have gone the cross country trip. That well, not in those driving conditions, but yeah.
Sure, you would have. We would have been all right.
Yeah.
Man, I never had so much good fried chicken.
Really?
Yeah, Love's Truck Stops has Church's fried chicken.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, I like Popeye's fried chicken.
No, that's
Love
what.
Popeye's
But
fried
oh
chicken.
man, I get a bucket of that chicken. I was in heaven.
Is that just a Western place or?
No, Love's is. I don't know if there's
I
any
don't think
Love's
there's
Truck
any
Stops
around
around
here.
here now. Probably get,
No, but
Ohio's the
Churches-
closest.
Churches is around.
Church is around.
Yeah.
Man, that's good chicken.
Where?
Holy mackerel, Andy.
Is there one
I
in
don't
Bound
think
Brook?
I've ever been that way.
Like there
Where
might be.
out west?
There used to be one.
Well, where was it exactly?
That's
Yeah.
all over. It's
Where?
all a lot of truck stops, like
Where?
Pilot
Never
or
heard of it. I've heard of it,
Oh,
but
Truck
Where,
Stops of
um,
America,
Must have just.
and that's the food
What's
franchise.
the
that's on.
taco place?
Yeah.
Right by ShopRite. What's that Taco Bell.
oh, Taco Bell, yeah.
They used to
Live
be there.
Moss.
What's that?
Churches.
Truck stops of
No,
America
that
are
was a
everywhere.
Church.
There's
There
one
was-
off
there
of
was
78.
Arthur Treacher's Fish and
Arthur
Chips.
Treacher's was there.
Who eats that
at one
stuff?
time.
What?
Arthur Treacher's Fish and
Nobody.
Chips.
It's out of business.
Yeah.
Long John Silver's, too.
Oh, let me tell you, the Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips was outstanding. It was North Atlantic cod, and it was fried, batter dipped in peanut oil.
That's something you can't eat a lot of. Like, how
No,
much
you
fried
shouldn't
food
eat.
could
You
eat?
shouldn't eat fried food, man. Once the oil is heated, it changes the chemical properties of it, even if it's below the smoke temperature. That's why I cook with peanut oil. It's a very high smoke temperature, so it doesn't change its molecular structure as quickly as some of the other oils.
Now, do you like Chick-fil-A here up the street?
I've never eaten in a Chick-fil-A.
Okay, I'm getting
I don't
some
get out
Chick-fil-A
very
next
often.
Week.
I
Oh,
never
love
go-
Chick-fil-A. You like Chick-fil-A?
I've never eaten in one myself.
Oh, the
Where do
chicken
they get-
nuggets
where
are
do they get their chickens from?
fantastic.
Because I've done documentaries in chicken.
I don't know.
Yes.
I wouldn't even want to know that because
No, you
I know
wouldn't.
they die a horrible death and it's terrible. I mean, I don't eat
But-
meat, but
I haven't, I don't get out very often. I have a,
their
very
chicken, the chicken
sedentary
nuggets are
life.
great. I don't know what it is about the. And I was eating. They opened up and I was eating it constantly. And then all of a sudden, I looked up the caloric content one day. It
it's
was
like
"What?"
8,000 a piece.
Four
Yeah.
pieces is like 560 calories. That was the end of
How
that.
can that be? How can you stuff that much in there?
And they're, I mean, but they're that big.
I know. So
But
what
it's
the hell?
real. It's real chicken. That's why it's not. It's not cheap or anything.
No.
Like, it's real chicken at least.
Well, that fried chicken, man. When I was on that road trip, I pull in that truck stop, fuel her up, grab me a
Now,
bucket.
do you like the brown meat or the white meat?
Actually, the brown meat, and extra crispy. I just like that.
Are you looking at
Well,
me?
because she wanted an ally. Because she likes the dark
Extra
meat
crispy
too.
right there.
I heard you like. I don't know if she likes extra crispy, but she told me
No.
many times she likes dark meat. So
No, she doesn't.
Every time I hear extra crispy, I think of her.
What do you mean, old?
well, every time I hear dark meat, I think of her.
So what do we have today? You have the dog
That's
lady
terrible.
tonight?
Did you say that?
Yes.
Who's on tonight?
The
dog
dog.
lady?
Don't call her that. That comes off terrible.
Does it? I don't think so. I would want him if that was my claim to fame.
I should have brought Boots down here.
You
Boots-
should bring the cat
Boots
down.
is a blast. The cat must be on speed or something. Runs around the house and does those drive-by shootings all the
There's
time.
probably a ghost in that house.
Uh,
Oh no, it's not an old house though. It just
Doesn't have to be. Listen, I got to tell you right now, and I'm going to bring it up. If you want to do something Friday night or Saturday night, and this applies to you especially, I am doing a live event with Bruce Tango from Ghost Hunters
I saw it.
at the Drovers.
What's the Drovers? Where is it?
It's
I
a
have to work.
museum.
Where?
Well, enough. You Saturday night and Friday night you work?
Yes, I am. This week is a busy week. I don't know why, but
There you go.
I'm free.
Well, you should come down there. Bruce
Where-
is going to
where
do he does his presentation about Ghost Hunters, his documentary, The Staring Man, and Q&A, and then there's refreshments. It's not cheap, though. It's $45, man. You don't think you want to do that. Anyway, then I'm going to do a presentation for an hour on the facts behind UFOs. Are they real? So I'm going to show some.
do you think they're real? I never followed.
Well, what do you
the
mean
UFO
by
thing.
real? I mean, there's absolutely, unequivocally,
Self-explanatory. You
There's-
believe they exist.
absolutely, absolutely, and
Whatever it is, it's something.
well, the fact of the matter is, if you look at it beyond a cursory overview, look at he's laughing at me.
Well,
already.
you're a sci-fi guy.
No, it's not sci-fi. I'm talking about science and documentation,
No,
and
I
as a
know.
pilot and everything else.
There's stuff that is really hard to explain or can't be explained at all. On record from the Air Force and the Army.
Yeah, no, I believe it. I believe it. I'm just saying, it's not something that I really followed a lot, but there's people that are totally into it.
Well, it's not. I'm fascinated by it
Like I
because there's
believe in
the-
ghosts. I believe in that, and some people don't believe in that.
I could show you something here. If you watch the May 9th, 2001 National Press Club conference and watch these, and I recommend anybody do this. When I do lectures with pilots associations, that's the head of the retired head of crash investigations for the FAA, talking about there's the radar documentation and there's the report given to Reagan's science staff about a sighting over the Yukon territory, a Japan Airlines 747. And that guy, there's the smoking gun. I mean, this is a guy from retired from the FAA. You listen to their credentials, their story, what they saw.
Hi.
And, yeah, what's that?
Are you putting it up and it didn't go?
No, I'm not putting it up on the air. But to answer your question, yeah, there's definitely something to it. I mean, I've been all over the world doing aviation documentaries. I've talked
Yeah.
to so many commercial and military pilots, and it's...
Hey,
Oh.
I'm looking for a handyman down in West Palm Beach. You know one? You know anybody
No,
down in West Palm Beach?
I actually do. Well,
Yeah?
I know Tampa,
You know anybody down
not
in
West Palm.
Florida?
Just go to a bar. You'll find a man.
That's
Don't
your
worry.
answer to everything.
Don't
You'll
worry.
find a man.
I'm not looking for a man.
She wants a
Looking
female.
for someone to fix up
She's
stuff.
looking for a woman. Kim Kardashian.
She have a guest tonight?
I don't know.
We
Yes,
don't know.
I think she does because she
She's
just
very
walked
nice.
out.
Yeah.
Just walked out to talk to that person in that car.
Well, we're
Is there
coming
an
up
animal
to
in the
the end
car?
of 2 fun-filled hours
Oh,
here.
yeah, boy, they were.
They were different.
What did we accomplish?
We didn't need to accomplish
We don't
anything. We're
look
not here to
accomplish
accomplish
anything.
anything.
We just
Fair
look
enough.
We're
to
here to
talk.
be here.
Well, you guys.
Well, I enjoy
Oh, I've
being
got some
here.
pizza left.
Yeah.
There you go, Rich.
Bruce, look, you have a little
accomplished.
snack
No,
for
I
you.
got to square up with you on this pizza here because
Oh,
you're not
okay.
paying for
It's
that.
okay, don't
No,
worry.
I'm not
It's
get out of
okay.
here.
You got these the
And
rolls
you?
are delicious from Al Fresco is the name of it. Al Fresco. These rolls are the dinner.
what-
the dinner rolls were delicious. I thought garlic bread was okay.
What kind of a rating are we going to give?
I
Al?
don't know. What would you give the Al Fresco's rating?
Well, everything tasted good.
I never got the chicken parm action there. Did we have 2 sandwiches for
Oh,
that
we
or
have a
no?
dog.
No, it was just
Oh.
the one. I asked earlier if anybody wanted some. Everybody said no.
Yeah.
I must have been
Did you
gone
taste
at that
it?
time. Must have been washing. my hands.
I did just barely as I inhaled it.
And how was it?
It was pretty good.
Okay.
The sauce was a little sweet, but I'm okay with that. I like
Okay.
that.
All right.
So they got good marinara. They've got cheese was good.
Thought it was good. Pizza.
Yeah.
We should have told them to cook it a little well done for the crispiness on the bottom.
Mhm.
But overall,
But it
good.
wasn't raw, so it was okay.
Yeah.
I would give them about a B minus.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go any higher than that. And of course, the attention to detail. Bit of a burp there.
Oh my God! Look at this cute little doggy. It was
Yeah.
good. Stephanie's a great person. They were polite. They were courteous.
Yes,
They
they
forgot our
was fine.
soda, but they brought it
So
right
what?
over. So they.
Nobody's perfect. That
They
you
were
can't
good.
hold them.
Recovered a little bit. But
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Is this a puppy in the studio?
There's a puppy in the studio.
What kind of puppy is that? Oh my God! Is he your dog?
I just rescued him from Common Sense for Animals
Up in
Wow.
Washington?
in Stewartsville.
Okay, yeah. I have gotten a lot of dogs from them. Yeah. And you're
Wow.
keeping him?
And you ate them,
Oh.
right?
Love him.
That-
Training him to be a service
you
dog.
got them and ate them.
Wow.
Oh, he's beautiful. I
She
would
shook her
have
head
taken
yes.
him right away.
What's that? What'd you
I said
say?
she said you got a lot of dogs, and I said then you ate them, right?
Santa brought my daughter a little dog. I'm not a little dog
What-
person.
What's? Oh yeah, you got a rodent.
I never was, but
It's a rodent.
it's confirmed that I'm not a little dog person.
A yelper.
Yip yap. That's what I call her. Yip yap. But my shepherd is great with her. My shepherd now sits on the. She's a shepherd Doberman mix, and now what she does is to give
Sits
her
on-
the home team advantage. She sits down on the ground and plays with her, which is kind of cool, you know.
No, she sits on the little one to get him to shut up.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You hear this?
I guess.
You got that puppy at Common Sense for Animals? Somebody let that little dog go?
5:57. We're heading out, folks.
Yeah, because we got to make room for.
So
Kathy
thank you,
Sauer.
everyone. We thank Flemington Car and Truck Country for the broadcast studio, and we are leaving now because it's time to get ready for All About Animals with Kathy Sauer. Coming up next here on Jersey Talk. Let's talk about animals, and it's all about animals. I said, that's the nature of it, and we want to thank Jeff for being in.
thank you.
And being part of the new team here. And we will see you next week here on Jersey Talk Radio, and that's entertainment. Good night, everybody. We'll see you the next time. Be safe, and thanks for listening.